From the heart of the city to the outer edges of the Beltway and beyond, this is the District of Misfits show, the drinking show with a podcast problem. This is your guide into our unique and beautiful city, the good, the bad, the ugly, as well as the funny and straight up ridiculous. Told by us before someone tells it for us. The opinions expressed on this show are our own, and we make no apologies.
What it do, my heathens and my friends and my family in the Misfit Army? We're the District of Misfits show, coming live from the District Dogface studio. Tonight, my host with me is Valerie Torres. CrushingBoo will be on shortly. And tonight, we are graced with the presence of a DC legend in the service industry, Mr. Brian Harrison. How you guys doing tonight?
Hi, guys.
Doing great. Thanks.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, welcome to the show, my friend. And I will say we have some treats for you tonight that you are unaware of. Little curveballs we're going to be throwing at you tonight that we didn't tell you about. Yeah, that's the best part.
I dig it.
So we started a little bit late this evening because we are waiting for Mr. Boo Dixon to come on, but we couldn't wait forever, so here we are. Valerie.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Please find us on. Oh, see, now I have to take my glasses off because I'm
you blind.
Well, so no, it's that now that apparently my eyes are old. I have my glasses that I see from far away, but then at a certain point I have to pull them up because apparently I need bifocals.
Wow, things you should probably keep to yourself sometimes.
Well, I mean, I'm not ashamed.
Okay, that's fair.
Well, we're exactly the opposite because I don't see you until I go like this. And this is my like badass Harry Potter look because we can all tone it down a minute. You know what I mean? But I can see. Yeah, this is. Oh, there you are. Okay.
So you can find us on Facebook and Instagram at the District of Misfits show, on Twitter at DC Misfits, on YouTube at the District of Misfits show on our channel. You can also buy some lovely merchandise, such as the hat that Marcus is wearing right now, at CrushingDC.com. If you'd like to create your own podcast or you'd like to be a guest on our show, please email us at the District of Misfits show at gmail.com.
We're getting there. So I should just flash this up to Brian earlier when he kept asking me to email.
Oh, wow, there we go.
I should have just fucking done this all.
Because I only did it like 3 times, so it's like a goldfish in a bowl. Like, hi.
So yeah. Now welcome to our show, friends. It's Halloween.
It is also Jesus-Ween. It's Jesus-Ween as well.
Jesus-Ween.
If you haven't heard about it, I will play a TikTok that explains it.
I can't wait.
It is also our highly esteemed yet
annoying,
not present, perhaps slightly annoying. No, I didn't say that, Jamie.
I did.
It's our co-host Jamie's birthday today. That's why he's not here.
The baby of the show's birthday.
On Halloween. That's a lucky person. You're a lucky person to have a birthday on Halloween. I think that would be cool.
It is kind of cool. I mean, if any holiday you want your birthday, Halloween would be one of the, or St. Patrick's Day would kind of be fun.
4th of July, something like that.
Yeah, mine's at the end of summer, so it's kind of depressing, like especially as a kid, because you get ready to go back to school and shit, and it's just like, oh fuck.
Mine's at the beginning. See, mine's at the beginning of summer, and
so yours is a good one.
No, when I was younger, well, now, yeah, I mean, I celebrate my birthday the whole month, but like when I was younger, I think that part of it is residual from like the trauma of not being able to ever celebrate my birthday in school because it was like right at the beginning of school year.
Oh yeah, I got that too. Yeah.
So right at the beginning of the summer, so everybody all year long, everyone's bringing like, there's a cupcake for my birthday. We're going to celebrate my birthday. And then summer would come around.
Yeah, Wayne's right.
My birthday.
Cinco de Mayo 420 be dope too.
Oh hell yeah.
That would be fun. I like that.
Absolutely.
So Wayne there is co-host of my new show that's in production. the Pasteurized chef saves the multiverse. So we're in the middle of doing our pilot, so that should be on pretty soon. It'll basically be like this show, but in the daytime. In only like a half an hour, 45 minutes.
Multiverse.
So not like our show at all.
I won't be drunk. I'll be drinking coffee instead, normally. Maybe with some whiskey in it. So maybe Irish whiskey. Depends if I have off the day.
I recommend Bib and Tucker. It's a great Kentucky whiskey. Finishes well. And it's prepared me perfectly. Well, I don't know about that. For this show, let's see.
Well, it's definitely getting you lubed up. That's a good sign. Cheers.
Well, I'm really fucking shy. So, I mean, because I'm so shy.
Yeah, I got that. I got how shy you were prior.
I go to Shyness Anonymous meetings, like literally naked, wearing a cape, and people just think I don't belong. You know, this is me off.
So I've been to some crazy AA meetings, and I had to go for court because dumb shit I've done in my life. And the craziest meetings are like 7 o'clock meetings in DC. AM?
7 a.m.?
Yes. And because just all the old heads, like old school people from DC, from anywhere from like, I'm the youngest one there at 43. And just some of the stories I hear, I'm like, oh my God, I feel better about myself as a human being. Like just some of the shit that I would hear from them. Just, it's like, it's too early to hear some of these stories, but they've been up for like 5 hours because they're like 60 years old telling stories. But if you ever want a really good, feel good about yourself and it's a good community. I'm not making fun of it. It's just, holy shit. I thought I was crazy and wild, but I will give you you win.
I give the advice of, if you are in a small town and you don't know anybody and you're looking for a bag of weed, go to a Narcotics Anonymous meeting. Because always somebody is sitting in the parking lot right after it's over, smoking a bowl. Back in the day when you used to have to hide to do all that shit, you know. But you know, and it's terrible to, you know, if you're looking for a date, sexaholics, blah blah blah.
You know, I was going to say that
you want a great restaurant. You want to know the best Italian or Greek restaurant in town. Go to an Overeaters Anonymous meeting. Okay, they'll tell you all about it.
I mean, I remember watching Fight Club, and I was like, damn, there's meetings for everything. I want to go to some of these meetings.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And they're free.
And you get free.
Great coffee.
You got good coffee because the coffee's strong as shit.
Good coffee and good snacks.
Yeah. Sometimes there's donuts. There's nothing wrong with that.
No,
I'm a big fan of all those things.
Not at all. And it's, you know, it's like nice when people are like, hello, Brian. You know, hi, I'm Brian. This is all the things I am. Okay. Hi, like, Brian. Hi, Brian. It's so nice. I'm in a gang now. It's so cool.
It's like being at the bar. Yes.
There we go. Yeah. But I'm not open at 7 a.m., so your ass ain't coming to my place. I'm sorry about that. I mean, we might still be there closing up from the night before, but I don't think we're having any customers.
I mean, closing up and cleaning.
I mean, that was the best part about living in New Orleans is that the bars only took like an hour. Like by law, I think they had to close for like an hour just to clean up and swap out. It didn't really matter what time, but like, you know, some bars do it at 10 o'clock. They stagger it, so you can always go to this bar, then to the next bar. Just keep on going if you really wanted to.
Yeah, well, that sounds awesome. I mean, damn.
Yes, it was. I mean, I was 22 in New Orleans, so let's. I did some stupid shit.
Well, you were just experiencing the art of flight. You know, you were just stretching your wings, bro. That's a good time right there. Yeah, you're not smart enough to know where to go or how to spend your money, but at least you know to have fun. You know?
I mean, I went to a lot of strip clubs. I went to a lot of good bars.
Hi, Sheila. My friend Sheila from Texas is watching.
Hey, Sheila.
Wait.
Right on. I never did figure out how to share this thing. I guess I could take a second. I mean, like, literally, the dinosaur has spoken. Exactly.
So here, I'm gonna help you out a little bit. Go to this page.
Okay. Holy shit. All right. Can I just click? I can't just click on that, can I? No. I'll do it on my phone.
Yeah, do it on your phone.
Do it on my phone. Yeah, exactly. So, I'm sorry, guys. You know, get out my walker too.
Go to the Facebook and then go to our Facebook page.
And this goes to anybody else out there. If you want to share this to your pages, to your friends,
please
get on
share.
it. Please share. Please like. Val, give a call to action.
Wait, hold please.
See, Boo has them down packed already. He's got a memory.
Boo still reads them. Boo still reads them sometimes. Find us, the District of Misfits Show, on Facebook and Instagram at the District of Misfits Show, on Twitter at District of Misfits, DC Misfits.
That a girl.
On YouTube, on our District of Misfits Show channel. On
I'm
Twitch,
there.
at District of Misfits.
And please like and share and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're getting really close to being able to monetize.
Yes.
We're doing it right now. I'm doing it right now, man.
My man.
Right on.
Even if you just go on the on the YouTube channel and just watch like a little bit at a time, or just if you're at work and you just have it running.
Just let it run. I mean, that's what I do.
In
Let
the
it run.
background on your computer.
I mean, there's shows for the DCS Fuck Show that go way back where me and Boo, so before Valentine's, would get extremely annihilated and just yell at each other. So it's a pretty good shit show. Now Val was there for a couple of them.
So the District of Misfits Show, we used to go on air at like midnight.
Really?
So like, yeah, maybe 11 a.m. 11 p.m.
Not at
Either 11
a.m.
p.m. Either 11 p.m. or midnight might have been the first time I did it.
Yeah.
It was
And
just crazy.
yeah,
So,
I got it.
my man, you did it. And also
And
gonna crush it.
I put in there anybody thirsty. I'm on a great podcast with some beautiful humans. Anybody thirsty? Bam. Right on. I got a shitload of people following. I mean, I'm the old guy. I got the Facebook thing going on. I'm not so whatever. I'm not gonna talk about that. But yeah, I mean, it'll be wild. I'll find out that like 31 of my relatives in South Dakota are like, "Yo, B, you got to hang out with your ass next." Right on, right on.
Can we get back to the strip club? Sure. I mean, my favorite strip club in New Orleans was Larry Flynt's Hustler Club, and I made a mistake one time going in there and going into the VIP back area with the champagne room. And the first time I dropped $2,000 on something that wasn't important in life was some titties. And
$2,000. And how short of a time, Marcus?
oh no, I was there for like 4 hours. I was there for a while, but I went in there. So you go in there, they pass out free passes all over the court. And so I was like, I had to go to the bathroom. I was like, fuck, I just go in there, grab a beer, take a piss. You know, I don't have to pay the cover charge. I go in there for one beer and leave like 4 hours later. It's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
So some of the guys at Nick's, some of the bartenders, after let's say it was like a Friday night, and after they got off.
Yes, they are
Titties
important.
Are important, Sheila. Very important. So after a shift one night, they all decided to go to a strip club here in DC, and so one of them, he just lost track of himself. He claims he fell in love, and
That happens.
in the span of like 10 minutes, he'd already like thrown out like at least $100 in cash in 10 minutes.
Oh yeah.
And the other one was like, hold on, you have to we're gonna be here for a while. He's like, I can't help it. He's like, I think I'm in love. I think I've fallen in love.
I mean, I had fallen in love.
He couldn't pace himself.
I mean, have you ever been to a strip club in Mexico?
That no, I have not.
So I was at Mazala. So the one I was at, I went with a local guy there. He took me there. I got all cash. He wouldn't let me use my credit cards or anything like that. And so at the strip club in Mazatlan where I was at, they weren't.
Who uses credit cards in a strip club? Why would you be using credit cards in a strip club to begin with?
That's what credit cards are for in this world of crazy.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you.
I lived in Las Vegas. And like, you know, we proudly accept America's bead trade company credit card shit. You know?
Right.
Give us your value, you know?
Right. So these strip clubs, these girls weren't even dancing. They were just like parading them around. If you like pointed on them, like, oh, I like that. They whistle the girl over and you go into the back and there's not laws. So the back room is pretty much like blowjob central, and it wasn't even a strip club. They were just dancing and parading like a catwalk.
That's how it was in Puerto Rico. Like there was the one place that we went to. It's called Fun Ones, Sheila. Fun Ones.
Fun ones.
Yes. Anytime
I used to work at the Big Hunt a long time ago, and the Royal Palace ladies would come by after shift or between things very frequently, and you just get glitter on everything. It's like the one $20 bill that they have put glitter on everything, and then you get home and your wife's like, so was it Bianchi? Was it Mercedes? Was it Porsche? Or was it, Tennessee that came by tonight, and don't get me wrong. Strippers are amazing people. Anytime you love people and get paid for love, then you know what? Then you're a real true professional, because the hardest thing you do is commercialize your emotions. And it's what we do every day. So I feel that. But yes, nonetheless, there's my little promotion for strippers. But the only way you get a date a stripper, I'm gonna say something right now, and this is gonna be real terrible, and I'm probably gonna get some bad comments on this or whatever. But back in the old days, if you gave strippers money, then there was no connection. But if you had fun and could help them have fun, basically, if you help them have fun, drugs not money. Let's just say drugs not money. Okay, let's say drugs not money.
Right.
Then you can have a real connection there, because money is nothing. I mean, it's not even water. It's not worth anything, to a stripper. Strippers. It's just the truth. It's just the truth.
We used to have rumors, because we had Camelot and then Joanna's before.
Same thing.
They were right there. So like, especially the day shift, you get the girls coming over, and they'd like sit at one of the tables and count out all their ones, all their cash, and then
hell yeah.
And then they get a few drinks, and then they pay us with those ones, and we'd be like, "Oh, we know where this has been."
And the money smelled good and was glittery. How crazier can it get than that? I mean,
it's glittery. Yeah.
And the RP ladies were not like the Camelot ladies. This was a whole other class of stripper. You got the whole, you got the Las Vegas, and you got the trailer park in Southern wherever. There's a whole spectrum, and Royal Palace was kind of in the middle to lower for DC.
Yeah. Quality, I went to the first time I'd gone to Royal.
They're gone, aren't they?
Yeah, they're assets now.
Oh, copy. Yeah.
But the first time I went to Royal Palace, I was like, wow, these ladies really don't give a shit. Like they were just come out. There's one that was just like standing there, maybe turned around a little bit, and then walked away. Just walked away, and I was like, goodbye.
You need. That's Archibald.
Yeah.
I popped up DC strip club and I came up first.
It's when you're around a real lady who can throw them over each shoulder, and they go like this and they go like that. That's real talent,
I mean, I've been in some ratchet ass strip clubs where that was possible. Some of them. So there's So I live in Mount Rainier, right on the border. So there's the Mustang Club. Yeah, have you heard of that one?
Nope.
Now you know which one.
Have I not seen it?
It's right across the street from like the shoppers and shit.
Oh.
And I just hear horrible stories about this place, so I want to go. I'm hoping they're still open, because I kind of want to go there and grab some whiskey and pray for the best.
$40 a shot.
We should do a field trip to Mustang someday. Whatever.
So if anybody's been to the Mustang Club, let me know how it was or is, or if it's even still open.
So I went, this was a few years ago, probably like 10 or so years ago. My friends were getting married in Cocoa
At
Beach.
a strip club?
No. In Cocoa Beach in Florida. And I'd flown in the night of their rehearsal dinner, and I got there kind of late, so I missed the rehearsal dinner. The girls were all heading back to the hotel, but the guys were like, "Oh, we're gonna go to a strip club," and I was like, "Well, I'm gonna go to a strip club." So then I ended up going out with the guys, and now, mind you, my only experience with strip clubs was here in DC. So then you're here, there's no touching. Can't touch, can't get near them. Maybe your hand cut off if you do. You know, the big burly guys are gonna come and throw you away. So
Throw
then,
you away.
so then I go into this strip club, and there is a lot more than no touching. Like they were
no shit.
bays of like just like benches of these guys sitting there and just doing whatever the fuck they wanted to do with these ladies. I was like,
Right.
is that okay? And they were like, yeah. I was like, so like they can touch them. And my one friend was like, yeah, they can like touch them. I was like grab the titties, touch. And he was like, yeah. and I was like, so like finger, like penetrate, and he was like, yeah. I mean, obviously not out here. I mean, if they want
again,
to, they might take them somewhere else.
Yeah, there's a room right over there.
Yeah.
And my mouth was gaping open. I was like, see, that is not okay.
So was hers.
Ew, Mark.
Well, when you look at the rest of the world, the rest of the planet has got it figured out. You know, the reason why we have so many pedophiles and crazy fucking people is we restrict everything.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, in the rest of the planet has got legalized prostitution. They've got legalized drugs. They've got things. They understand humans are going to be human, and they don't have this kind of Christiano doctrine stuff put on their ass that's going to lock them up or get them in trouble for just doing what we do. Right. You know, and America's like literally probably one of 5 countries on the planet that is like this.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
that
and it's
sexuality.
It's well, and you know, there's a whole lot of terrible shit with regard to the sex trade and that stuff, and I'm not going to champion any part of that.
Right.
But in the same respect, these incels, involuntarily celibate people, are going to be a huge fucking problem here real soon, and they already are. Because that much pent up like emotion and frustration and everything else can't be good for anybody, you know? I mean, at all.
Well, so, yes, Sheila. Every country restricts. Well, most every country restricts pedophiles. Yes.
Oh no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about prostitution. Okay, yeah.
Well, you did say pedophiles.
Oh, did I? Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Like I said, I recommend Bib and Tucker. It's a great Kentucky whiskey. And you know, sometimes you lose a step, and you hope you don't walk on your own feet. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I misspoke. I apologize. I have a child. She's grown up, and yeah, I'll go ahead.
You passed the first round.
More whiskey. You know.
More whiskey.
Yeah, exactly.
So now, where does one purchase this bourbon that you have? This lovely bourbon.
Oh, you know, Bib and Tucker. Bib and Tucker, I think, is that is an RNDC product. I'm pretty sure. We do a shit ton of liquor. I own the Crown and Crow in Washington, D.C. on 14th Street and Logan Circle. I don't know if anybody guys know that or not, but that's what I'm doing right now. Bam. I sculpted that and then cast it out of ballistic resin, but that's a long story that I'll keep it short for later. But no, Bib and Tucker isn't even particularly expensive. I mean, a lot of your best whiskeys, it's like South American wines. You can find some really spectacular whiskeys that are just hard to find. Right. That are really good. And Bib and Tucker is one of those. It's one of my big favorites. I wouldn't use it for an old fashioned, you know, like I think like Whistle Pig Piggyback is great for an old fashioned because it packs enough heat to make it a real old fashioned. Mm-hmm. And a real old fashioned should have some heat buried underneath all that stuff. There should be some hot. It's the reason why it's an old fashioned. The whiskey's supposed to suck, you know, but this is
that's fair.
Dude, that's what gin is for, you know, but or it used to be for.
Gin is what I clean. When I expedite, gin's what I use to clean the plates.
Well, it works. Yeah, and it cleans COVID. I mean, it's fucking alcohol, bro. I mean, like literally.
I use gin to clean my glasses. That's what I clean my glasses with.
It's so funny because I was about to switch to gin in a second because I guess I advocated for pedophilia a second ago. So I might want to change my spirit, okay? Because that
Oh,
is
I
not
see what
my
you did
thing,
there.
okay? Yeah, so I think I
I see
might.
what you did.
I've got a bottle of Farmer's Gin right there, and I think I'm gonna get that now.
Why don't you do that? Because when you come back, we're going to go to the interview portion.
Cheers.
Just like walked right off the screen.
Farmer's Gin.
Oh, I love this.
Sorry, I'm shy. Like I said, I do apologize.
So shy. You're so very
I
shy.
know. I'm just so shy.
That's what I thought about you the first time I met you.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that guy Brian, he's really shy.
Was it the fact that I was singing Rocky Horror standing on the bar that did it, or how did you figure that out?
It might have been.
See, now I know why you and Val are friends, because she fucking loves that fucking movie. Jesus.
What, Rocky?
Oh, dude. Yeah, you should. Everyone should love Rocky Horror, man. If you can't find something in Rocky Horror to love yourself, man, you fucking suck.
Marcus has never watched it.
There's something in there for everybody. There's meatloaf. If you like that flavor, there's meatloaf. There's Frankenfurter. Like, let's get it on with the food references. Yes. But Rocky Horror Picture Show is something for everybody, and yeah, it's good stuff.
Did you know that tonight they're actually doing a live showing at some place here in DC? I can't remember, maybe a convention center or something. So with who played Brad? What's his name again? The actor. Marcus, bring that shit.
What was his name?
Brad.
Brad or Brad?
Who played Brad?
Yeah.
Barry Bostwick.
Barry Bostwick. That's who it is.
Yeah.
So I think.
Well, this is not Brad. I'm just playing this.
No.
I know. I was just pulling the picture up for the Rocky.
How do you do? I see you met my. Okay, go ahead.
See, I'm like.
When I was in high school, one of my best friends, he was an avid fan of Rocky Horror Picture Show. So we used to go all the time. We'd go to Mondami Mall in Glen Burnie.
I was just reading the screen. I'm sorry, but I'm listening.
Yes. So yeah, they're doing a showing of it somewhere in DC today, and I was kind of bummed because I was like, oh, we have the show to do.
I mean,
it's Halloween.
My bad.
No, well, dude, you're young, bro. You got some good paint on a young chassis in your low mileage vehicle, so you got some time. You can still get there. Don't worry about it. All you got to do is bring a squirt gun, some toast, some newspapers, some rice. You know, if you wear a corset and some fishnets, you're like Flynn, bro. But I mean, if you can find, I don't know who's doing it nowadays. I've seen it everywhere. I've seen it at Sal Piero's Playhouse on 8th Street in the Village, where it actually where it debuted, where it premiered or whatever. That was cool. That was really cool. Now it's a shoe store, unfortunately. But
that's awesome.
Yeah. Well, it was like back when punk rock was punk rock, and you could be like 31 Shades of Ice Cream. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they were like, back then we weren't called like goths, and there wasn't goth and new rose and all this other shit. They were just like, you're like, you know, you're a freak. You're a punk rock person. This is early to mid 80s. And if you even claim to fly that flag and believe in that banner of like crazy weird shit and rebellion, you had to go to Rocky Horror Picture Show. I mean, it was like, it was a boxing check.
I feel you. You.
So my friend Bill and all his friends, they would actually dress. They would be the ones sometimes who dress up and do all the stuff at the front. I have like pictures and stuff of them. They were crazy. I loved it. It was a lot of fun. I mean, we'd probably go at least once a month. We'd go watch our Horror Picture Show, like the midnight showing. There was one show that the people who played Brad and Janet, they got engaged. Like the guy proposed to her.
Wow, that's super cool.
That's kind of cool. Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Because there's a
she said yeah.
In
of course.
There's a scene in the movie that, you know, he proposes to her, and so he actually proposed to her in real life. So
that's awesome.
And even better is that the people who were running the projectors, because back then it was like projectors, right? So they stopped the movie for a little bit so everybody could congratulate them.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's if you've never seen or heard of the Rocky Horror Picture Show before, I mean, it is basically the very first interactive movie that has ever come out. and they totally encouraged completely raucous behavior. It was the midnight movie. Now we don't, I mean, the midnight movie is like an Avengers flick. Okay. It's like whatever they played earlier. There's no longer heavy metal. It was Eraserhead, Heavy Metal, and Rocky Horror Picture Show all played at midnight at the multiplex or whatever the fuck you went where you lived. And those were the three, like, you're on drugs, you're drunk as shit, you want to, you know, go hang out in a room.
You want to act like a fool. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what we did.
That's cool. I can fuck with that.
Hell yeah.
See, I mean, maybe if I had that when I was your age back then, you know.
Shit, you'd loved it, bro. Damn, man.
They
I'm
still
serious.
do it. They still do it. There's somewhere around here that still does it every so often, like the first Friday of the month or something like that. We should do it sometime.
I'll go, and then you guys can have me back on your show, and I can tell you how it was. Okay, how's that sound?
Sounds like a fucking plan to me.
And people would bring like props and shit. Like when it's raining, people break out their newspapers and put them over their heads. And like during the wedding scene, people throw rice and like it's just fun.
Hell yeah! And
It does sound. It does definitely sound like a pretty good time. I'm not gonna lie.
And then there was like audience participation where you would insert parts of, you know, extra dialogue to make the dialogue funnier because it was a ridiculous movie.
Well, most people, I mean, you don't know this till you know this, but there's like in the bottom corner of the screen, like down here in the movie, there's like this, like there's like a dick that's like there for much of the movie, and people, it's like, you know, stroke it's in the shape of things that are about to come or something like that. I mean, it's just, there's like all kinds of hidden shit in the film.
And people would like run up to the screen and like pretend to be like,
it's ridiculous. It's great. It's great when you're drunk.
Yes. We'll have to find it. We'll have to find a screen, a showing here locally.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
I'm down with that.
Farmer's Gin.
Farmer's Gin.
Yes. It's made by a small house in Minnesota. They make really good stuff. It's 5 times distilled. The botanicals are pretty tame. I recommend Brockman's nowadays, but it's out of stock. Literally, Brockman's is the best gin you'll ever have. But this Farmer's Gin is the bomb. So there you go.
I hear that.
Somebody who knows. Cheers.
I feel like if I liked gin, then I would like it, but I don't like gin.
Doesn't taste like gin.
Ryan, you know Rico.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I love Rico. Yeah, I love Rico.
He just got like this whole sleeve that's dedicated to gin.
Wow.
That is.
It says Gin Life, and then like it.
That's
like
dedication.
Berries and like just.
That is dedication.
I mean, his Instagram thing is, I think it's the gin guy.
No, yeah, I guess it is. Yeah.
I mean, if that is your banner, I mean, and that is his life. That's his banner. It's what he is. It's what he does. It's his universe.
It's his thing. Yeah.
And he's good at it. I mean, he's good at it. That's the fun thing. So when you can watch a mixologist, like, you know, when you're making poor food and you open up the cupboard and you're like, well, I got this. Okay. It's Rico's one of those guys that can look at that cupboard and come up with something that tastes really fucking good. You know, I mean, he knows his spirit and proportions, you know, and he's got a lot of nice things to say about everybody. He's a great bartender. Yeah.
He is super, super nice.
He is. He's great. I mean, he's great. Just absolutely great. I'd like to have him back. I can't find fucking staff right now. I'm still not even open 7 days a week yet. Dude, I've been asking. I want you there. Holy shit. Okay.
I've been telling her to come over ever since you've asked. I told her to fucking come on board.
Well, I told you this before. The season is slowing down at Nick's, and like I'm probably gonna.
Oh, I know. I was fucking with you. I'm sorry. I know that it's exactly the opposite because the Crown and Crow is a winter bar. You know, we're a basement with a big fireplace on a big video wall, like Victorian shit. You know.
Yeah, I saw the picture of your Monday Night Football screen the other night last week.
Yeah,
it's a nice little screen.
I don't want to lie. I think it's 6 feet by 16
lot.
or it's
16 by a lot, motherfucker. It's big.
Well, I had to upgrade. I bought a really cool. The video wall was like a last minute addition to the Crown and Crow, but that room was going to be kind of boring without something. People need flashy lights you need to have flashy lights somewhere in the room, and TVs usually do that. But we always just do a fireplace. But that I just reinvested. I got a great grant for $20,000 for entertainment equipment.
Oh, shit.
And I bought a $27,000 video wall to replace my $9,000 video wall that was all I could afford when I built the bar. And now it's ultra HD. It can run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for like 6 years. It's this crazy Samsung shit. And
I'm a Samsung guy.
I love my Samsung.
Well, it's the best stuff. It's like the iPhone of screens. I mean, it literally is. I mean, it just. Right. And I don't like to, I don't mean to plug iPhones, but if you just want quality, you got to go Apple with everything.
Nah, man, fuck you.
Oh well, there we go. I can't arm wrestle you because I'm sitting over here, but I imagine we can hook it up. You want a date?
Yeah, man.
I'm just kidding.
All right.
Marcus and I both have Samsungs. So.
Oh, really? Well, it's far less expensive. It's super less expensive. I mean, it's dumb. The amount of money I spend on my shit, it's fucking dumb. I'm on a laptop that's I am on a $7,000 laptop. Who the fuck buys a $7,000 laptop?
You.
But I do a lot of video processing. I do virtual tours. I do all that shit. And having a beefy Apple that's the ticket for an Apple with that kind of strength. You know what I'm saying?
See, I have a Dell workstation, which is pretty badass. So
hell yeah, bro.
Yeah, so it's I went with Dell when we built the studio because I'm not an Apple person, so I went with all the top line Dell shit I can get. And I mean, and which is cool because I didn't really know as much as I thought I did, and then I learned how to actually bump up the storage and the RAM and everything. So I basically built my laptops. So I bought what I got, and then I ended up buying the product to make them better. Yeah, way more bang for the buck. Right. Way more bang for the buck, bro. Like 3 times as much bang for the buck with that. My desktop is 64 gig RAM. I tripled it, almost doubled it. And then a couple terabytes. It's good. I got 4 terabytes on that thing.
It's the herd. Apple is a herd. If you're in the Apple herd, exactly 100%. It's 100%. But I had an Apple IIe in 85. So I was on board back in the day, and there you go. I just, and I pay way too much money. It's basically the deal. It's really expensive, but it's good equipment. It's just really expensive.
I switched to iPhone several years ago. It was back when it was iPhone 4.
Right.
It was the square, and my friend convinced me. She was like, go take this or whatever. Buy this instead. So I went to the store, got it. I had it for a week, and I was like, I fucking hate it. I absolutely hated it.
I understand.
I just went back to the store, and I was like, I'd like to exchange this. I want to get a Samsung. This lady gave me such a hard time. She was like, she almost wouldn't let me do it. She was like,
you're leaving the cult. Yeah. Okay, you're totally leaving the cult, and you're in big trouble for that. You know that, right? I mean, they're still. She was like, "The
iPhone is so much better," and I was like, "But they don't like it."
Right.
Please get the Samsung. She's like, "But that's not a very good phone." I was like, "I don't care." I was like, "Just give me my phone." Right. I'll go to a different store. It was crazy.
All right, we're gonna play some TikToks now. So you guys were asking about Jesus-Ween. Here we go.
Yes.
I need to know who did it. Who trolled the evangelical Christians and told them that we needed to change Halloween to Jesus-Ween? Because I want to be your best friend.
Group of conservative Christians based in Alberta doesn't like what it sees as the
Hold on one sec.
Dark side of Halloween.
To just pull it back.
Oh, that's awesome.
This October 31st, join with all Christians under one voice.
The group is encouraging the celebration of Jesus-Ween.
You heard that right. Jesus-Ween. Jesus-Ween. It's funnier every time you say it.
Asking that along with candies, Bibles be handed out.
$50, their houses get egged.
The Facebook site already has a few thousand followers, enough to attract the attention of TV funny man Jimmy Kimmel.
They better not be passing out the fun-sized Bibles, by the way.
Sorry. Jesus-Ween will be the funniest thing for me for days, so.
That's Jesus-Ween. So a bunch of people in Calgary, Christian church up in Calgary, decided they wanted to bring some light in from the darkness of Halloween.
Whatever. People are crazy.
It's your people, though.
They're not my people. My people don't do that.
Well, I mean, when it gets dark and stays dark for a really long time, you come up with some wacky shit. I mean,
right.
You do. Yeah.
All right, so I got a couple questions.
Can I tell you a really terrible joke really quick first?
Yes, you can.
The Jesus-Ween just got me on this joke. It won't go away. All right. So I got to stand up for this joke. All right? No, I mean, it's a Jesus joke. You got to stand up. Okay. It's like when the bride walks in the room. Okay. What's the very first thing Jesus said when they took the nails out of his hands?
What?
Feet, feet, feet. All right, that was dumb and terrible. Okay,
no,
but I love that joke.
I have a funny TikTok. It's going to be my last one of the night. It's about Jesus.
Let's get it on, Jesus.
So.
Wait, are you playing that now?
No, it's going to be the last one of the night.
Oh,
I'll be honest. I mean, like, of the list of 3 people, like, when people say, you know, if there's 3 people in history that you could hang out with, like get drunk with or whatever, you know, whatever your thing is. Okay. If you can connect with 3 people throughout history, what would one of your 3 people be? And I'll be really honest, man. I am not a Christian. I am Native American and I have fundamental issues with everything. Okay. But Jesus was a pretty cool dude. I mean, he was all about like loving and
he was a hippie.
And forgive. Exact 100%.
He was 100% a hippie.
He was just the cool dude, bro. I mean, like, I'd love to sit next to his ass and have a drink.
He would not
enjoy
it.
He chose to be around the derelicts, the degenerates.
Let's think about it like this. Do you think Jesus would be really happy to come see somebody wearing a cross? Like, I died on that fucking thing. Why is that around your neck?
Oh my God, no doubt.
like
no doubt. Well, no, if Jesus were here, I think that would be like the best worst movie. If you want to like film a movie that is just like watching somebody have the least fun, it would be Jesus walking around in our culture, seeing what happened, what he talked about.
Right. Exactly.
That would be probably one of the most disappointing spectacles of cinematographical bullshit that you could ever come up with is, you know, and getting somebody, there's a lot of guys who look like Jesus. I've served 1,000 of them. You know, that film would be like, actually, that'd be a great art movie. Holy shit, maybe we're onto something. One of you guys, one of your followers out there, make a movie. I'd pay to see it. Fuck yeah, it's a great idea.
I'd come to see it. So, Brian, tell us about your history in DC, bro.
Well, that's kind of funny, bro. My Volkswagen bus broke down in Durham, North Carolina. I got married 28 years ago to Melissa, my queen, my lady, my awesomeness. And she's a modern dancer. We were living in Denver. We went to Durham she was going to participate in the American Dance Festival. I worked as a carpenter. Not a fun job in North Carolina, because the crazy racism shit is pretty fucking wild when you're.
What part of North Carolina?
I was in Durham.
Okay.
I was in Durham. Yeah.
I
don't get me wrong. There's a lot of beautiful people there. I mean, I don't want to be like that.
But you're not wrong about the other stuff that we were talking about earlier.
The traits? Well, my wife is Jewish. I'm Native American, okay? Like, I'm every flavor of ice cream they spit on the floor, okay? For the most part. So that was challenging for me because I just had to shut my fucking mouth and work there for 4 months and just get it done, you know? And I was coming from Colorado, so they didn't know what the fuck to think of me, you know? I mean, that worked in my favor. But I know my motor blew on my bus. She's from here. We came through here. We were we just got married. We ran out of money. Well, not quite, but almost. We didn't have enough money to move to San Francisco, which was the next plan. But my very first night in Washington, D.C. on that trip, not the first time I'd been here, but the first night I kind of lived here, I said, what do I do? Mel said, go down to DuPont Circle, smoke some weed, play hacky sack with some couriers, and find a cool bar to go to. Okay. Just do that. And and give me a call later on from a payphone in a bar.
Yeah.
Okay. But that's what I did. I went downtown and I went to the Big Hunt on my very first time downtown. I went to DuPont Circle, had a great time, played hacky sack. It was awesome. Still am bros with many of those old school cats.
That's what's up.
But yeah, hell yeah. I mean, throughout DC Messengers, bro. I mean, it's their own culture. It's their
yes,
own
it
thing.
is.
There's nothing like it in the universe.
Nothing.
Okay.
Yes, I know quite a few of those guys, and they are yes.
It's their own culture, bro. It's their own culture.
Right.
Yeah, right on Big Hunt. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But anyhow, I walk into Big Hunt my very first night in town. I go upstairs. I used to be a carpenter. I used to play pool for money because if it rains, then you're either playing pool or arm wrestling or doing some dumb shit to make money because you ain't making no money otherwise. That's kind of how it works. So I used to be a pretty good pool player. Oh, wow. My phone is like reading some crazy stuff. I think must have said something that sounds like Siri. But anyway, I went upstairs and played pool, and now I'm locked out of this. What the fuck?
Well, we still see you.
Okay, we're done. Okay, I'm back. There we go. Yeah, but I couldn't hear myself. I'm talking to Siri, and they're like, and what happened at the Big Hunt? Well, dude, I'm not talking to you right now, okay?
A lot of things happened at the Big Hunt.
Yeah. Oh my God. That's Big Hunt on my best stories. But anyway, my very first day in town, I went upstairs, hooked some pool. I was playing against some Australian guys who worked at the Australian embassy and some English guys who were at the Australian embassy. They wound up being my best friends. We almost fought that night. But there's a dude who was fucking everything up, and I removed him from the bar. As I'd been in the industry before I came to DC, and this guy had to go. So I rolled him out. He was in the way of money, and we were playing for money. He was just being a dick and a dumbass. And then there was a fight in the pool room, and then I rolled that guy out because he was in the way of money, and I wasn't working that. I was working, but not on the clock. Right. But Mike Chris, the owner of the Big Hunt, was like, "Are you looking for a job, man?" I was like, "Nah, bro. I would never work here, man. This is a tough spot. I was just almost in 2 fights in the last hour. Why would I work here?" But anyhow, had a great fucking time, and went home, and Melissa was like, "So what did you do?" And I told her I went to the DuPont Circle. I went to Big Hunt. They offered me a job. She's like, "Did you take the job?" I'm like, "No." She's like, "Well, why not?" And I'm like, she said, "You had a great time there. Why didn't you take the job?" It's like, it's kind of a tough spot. Back then, literally, it was kind of a tough spot. You had couriers, lawyers, college kids. You had everybody. The Big Hunt was everybody back then. Mr. Egan's was still around back then, okay? But anyhow, she's like, "Take the job." So I took the job. Started worked door there for a year, wound up being the bar manager for 3 years. Was there 4.5, 5 years. Went to Bedrock Billiards after that. Was a GM of Bedrock Billiards for 4 years. Bartended at the Pharmacy Bar with Kristaps. Yeah, hell yeah. Bedrock's so awesome, dude. And Simonis felt, they're the best pool tables in the city. It's Simonis felt. It's most expensive felt, and they have them resurfaced all the time. If you want real pool, that's where you go for real pool.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They just have the best tables. It's just what it comes down to. I haven't drank in their bar in many years. I've just been too busy. But
I think we should have a meeting there.
I love Bedrock, bro. It is a great bar, bro. It is a great bar. And Jeff Dawson, the owner, I mean, the way it's set up, it was set up as a neat little deli way back in the day. It was the beginning of his empire, which is Buffalo, Penn Social, Jackpot, Iron Horse, Rocket Bar. I mean, I don't know how many places they wound up owning, but Bedrock Billiards was Jeff Dawson's first bar.
Nice.
And the reason why he was successful is he had a great idea and he executed it well. It was a good spot. Right. It's a good spot.
Now, one of our people in the comments has a question for you, so put your glasses on.
Okay. And I need to go over to comments. Is that the deal?
No. I pull it up on the screen.
Marcus just
okay. Copy. What's a spot you were frustrated about when you worked there, but now wish you could go back to? Oh shit! You know what? That's a wild thing. Every place that I've worked at, for the most part, I have loved working at. and you know, you get frustrated about things everywhere you work because some people like to try harder than others or some of that kind of bullshit. And that can make a difference for you if you're a running ass busting bartender who, you know, I don't want to say gun for hire, but I mean, the more drinks you serve, the more money you're going to make.
Right.
And you can make all the friends in the world, but that's just the way it works out. But I was frustrated when I left. Actually, I don't know that I can say that. I'm going to say it anyhow. I was frustrated when I left Lost and Found because I had some unique scheduling issues. I was building the Crown and Crow. I was working at Jackpot. I was kind of the pain in the ass employee. Yeah, there we go. I actually drew that. That's charcoal on plywood.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
Shit.
Yeah, I've never done that before. That was my first time with that medium, but it worked out way better than I thought it was going to.
You a talented motherfucker.
I suck, dude. It's terrible. But no, Lost and Found. I love Lost and Found. Literally, Brian and Hillary, two of the coolest people in the world. Love that spot. Great product. Cool spot. Outdoor seating. Fucking awesome. And there was just a moment where I felt a little bit frustrated, and I guess it was really more my fault than anybody else's. It's very hard when you have an old mercenary pain in the ass bartender who's going to make you some money, but I've got a limited schedule. And that's what happened. I mean, when the Reef shut, I had the Reef for 11, almost 12 years, and I was Morgan. And when we closed unexpectedly, I had a security person injure a customer in a fight, and I lost my bar. I went from,
that sucks.
I was on top of the world, bro. The Reef was awesome. That was a great spot. 3 floors, $3.5 million a year for a really long time. Some of the DC legends came from there. Boo used to work there. Drew Swift. I mean, like the who's who of motherfuckers in Washington.
Well,
DC.
I will say,
I'm like the Archie Bunker of that bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
I will say one of my mentors came from there as well.
Oh, right on. Oh, hell yeah. The reality of the matter. I'm sorry.
That's a younger version of him.
Oh, there we go. Oh my God. Holy shit. I did not recognize his ass.
That's his old ass in South Carolina. And that's that's young Teddy Folkman.
Teddy Folkman, you know, I always say that you're only ever as strong as you are vulnerable. He is probably the most intuitive, strong, amazing chefs, and so professional that as an owner, he was a pleasure to work with because for the most part, chefs suck. Y'all a pain in my ass.
Yeah.
As owners, you guys suck. You guys suck a lot of the time. Teddy was fucking amazing.
I worked with Teddy for like 4 years. No, I know. I was just saying I worked with Teddy for 4 years. I went to Annapolis to open a restaurant with him. I worked at Granville's with him for a while. So like I talked to him a lot. And actually, that was going to be one of your surprises. We were going to bring Teddy on the show, but he just had shoulder surgery, so he couldn't make it.
He's like passed out on drugs right now.
Like he's in the hospital right now. So it's like
that sucks. It's terrible. That sucks.
But he was
like super excited to come.
Super excited, and he gave me some stuff to talk to you about, which I'll talk to you throughout. I'm gonna talk to you throughout the show about this. He was telling me that the Reef was built on pizza and beer.
Yeah, I had volunteers. It's so funny in my high school. My high school yearbook, I've never been to a reunion. It's probably like 60 years reunion by now. I don't even know. But no, I'm dating myself. He keeps telling me, I love you for not having me do that anymore. I don't date myself anymore. Yep, I'm married. I can't date myself. But anyhow, holy smokes. I just got totally sidetracked by that. What was the question again? Excuse me.
So Teddy was telling me that the Reef was built on pizza and beer.
Yeah, there we go. Excuse me. We had volunteers build the place. My high school yearbook said most likely to and start a cult was what they wrote in my yearbook. Okay.
That's some funny shit. That's true.
It's funny shit. That's true.
That's awesome.
And I had so many regulars because of the Hunt and Bedrock and Pharmacy. And I actually had also worked at Buffalo Billiards at that point in time. By that point in time, I had a lot of friends and they all have different skills. And man, if you could just pick up heavy shit and carry it, I love you. Come and work. How to do drywall? Come and work. We're going to drink Harp and I'll buy you food. And you're going to belong. And it was like this communal experience. Building the Reef was really cool. because it was built with Scott Cardell, who was a partner of mine, and a real builder with a contractor's license, and me and my friends, and we built it.
So when did the Reef open?
2001. The Reef opened in 2001. It was there till 7 years ago. So what was that now? I don't know.
It's been 7 years.
Yeah, we shut. I mean, I can now throw away all the boxes of all the paperwork that has to deal with that motherfucker. Because statute of limitations up on that shit. You would not believe when you own a restaurant for a decade how much just paper shit you generate. I mean, the amount of stuff you have to keep for taxes and all that other stuff is unbelievable. Well, we did a lot of volume, so you had to keep credit card receipts. What are you fucking kidding me?
Right? Yeah.
Oh my God.
Wait. So what happened? So you guys had to close because
I had two things. I had a security issue with these guys going into the bathroom on the roof, more than one person, and he was very frustrated with how we handled that. So he had lodged a complaint with the ABRA. I'd say like a year before what actually happened. And that had not been resolved yet with ABRA. It was a complaint is how that was handled. And I dealt with the Colorado Citizens Association. I was a Adams Morgan. I was very involved in that community, and I loved it, and I still love it, and the people who live there. But anyhow, I had a complaint, and then I had another situation where a security person, they bum rushed the middle level landing at the Reef, now known as Roofers Union. Two guys ran past my security. He caught them on the next landing, caught one of them.
Wow.
And there was a fight between him and the other two. I didn't have a long relationship with the security guy. Actually, he was just coming out of training. So I can't say it was like Remy or so many different people where what would Remy do or what would Brian do was exactly the same thing, you know? So I can't swear to this with the other guy, but anyhow, one of the customers was injured. They had a knife. He took it away. One of them got cut with that knife.
That sucks.
And it doesn't really matter how well you do with the neighborhood, whether or not you have kitty happy hour and you're friends with everybody or not. When something like that happens and you have a liquor license, you're done. And I already had a sitting unresolved complaint with regard to my security with ABRA less than 1 year beforehand. And that sealed the deal. I was able to sell the place. Kurt Large, the guy who bought it, he's another operator like Jeff Dawson. He has lots of places, great operator, fucking does a great job. But he could have just waited me out and got the place for free, but he actually bought it from me.
Well, that's a good.
Yeah, it was so cool. I mean, it's just the coolest thing. Yeah.
We have another question for you from the Misfits. Who is in the next generation? Yeah, we'll put you guys on. Of bar legends that we should be keeping an eye out for.
Well, that's really cool because it's so hard to spot. I mean, there's a dynamism. There's a dynamism. There we go. About a personality that it's not just knowing drinks, now to talk to people and how efficient can you be in your activities and your emotions, but how well do you really connect with that client? And it's one of the fucking hardest things in the universe to have and do and just maintain if you're doing more than 2 or 3 shifts a week. And wow, that's a great question. I don't know that I don't know anybody sitting in the bullpen right now for that in terms of how I judge people in terms of legendary shit. Legendary shit's big shit. You know, there's a couple dozen people that are still alive right now that have that. I don't consider myself one of those people. I mean, I guess in terms of times at bat, maybe I could get in that category, but all the guys that I was in love with, like, retired when COVID hit. I know many bartenders that are not working nowadays that would have been that person but they're not working anymore.
Well, speaking of somebody who has retired because of COVID,
yeah,
we have somebody for you.
Man, I did not fucking retire.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. I love you, DS Bizzle. This man is my inspiration. Drew Swift is my inspiration. Literally, I want to be like him when I get young and beautiful again. You know,
Yes.
I mean,
Trophy
yeah,
wife is
'cause-
what you need to know about that.
Yeah, well, I mean, you don't fit in the swimsuit, so I don't think you qualify in that
No, you're
category,
right.
bro.
I don't.
Yeah, exactly.
What's up, babe? You look
I'm
good.
really. This is a
Good to
really
fucking
cool
see you.
thing. This is the very first time I've been on this show, and actually, I beg forgiveness for the fact that I was unaware that it existed, and all the stuff that you guys do and talk about with regard to how it impacts us and our industry and all that jazz is super cool. And now that I know about it, I want to, you know, I want to be here more often, and I definitely want to invite some more motherfuckers to get on here because it's important. We are a community. I mean, we're in a room full of 100 people, but they're together, and it's you. You know, so whenever we have the chance to have these connections, that's the best thing in the world. You know what I mean?
Well, one of the things that is that we preach is that we want to tell the story of DC before somebody else tells the story about DC. So like our industry, we're not all fucking politics and in the military. We're a whole fucking city of us, of misfits, living in the district of misfits.
Right. I mean, that's it, you know, in our intro that Boo says, you know, we want to be able to tell our story before someone tells it for us. Right. You know,
Wow.
in our own words.
That is the most awesome thing in the world because I'm Native American. And I don't want to say we don't tell our own story, but there are very few people listening to those people talking. But all the history that exists for us was written by somebody who didn't have our experience.
Right.
And that's exactly what you're talking about. And I respect the shit out of that because, you know, it's important. Yeah. It's really important.
I mean, I feel like it's, you know, I mean, now granted, the four of us are all our four hosts were all either former or current industry. So oftentimes, you know, we tend to be industry heavy, but you know, I mean, it's like we want to focus on everything and anything DC, you know, and there's so many things that sort of transcend the different industries. You know, again, granted, most of our stuff will end up focusing on the service industry because
that's our wheelhouse.
Yeah, but like, you know, this whole notion of people coming in and trying to like, you know, infiltrate our city and our community and our industries and try and like speak for us and tell people how we live and what we want and how, you know, the experiences we have, they don't have any idea what we're talking about. You know, I mean, we want to circumvent that and we want to curtail that before that happens. So. That's our mission.
You know, all those Bamas have a 771 zip code.
Oh, fuck that thing.
717 area code. It's dog shit.
It's so important. It is so important that, I mean, the essence of what is DC is that we include everybody. It's kind of the coolest thing about this area is we include everybody. What you're talking about with regard to, I mean, this show not just being industry, because I mean, being the first time on here, I mean, DC as fuck, that makes sense. This isn't just a whole bunch of bartenders here. I'm used to these kind of Zoom things where we're all just toe up from the flow up. Okay. But no, it goes out to the city, it goes out to the world. And you know, DC as fuck is DC as fuck, bro. It is awesome. This is a great place to be. It is. I mean, your time, that's your commodity, that's your currency, and the more time you can spend here, the better it is for your heart, your soul, and everything else about you. It's fucking awesome here.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate that.
So, Brian, you probably couldn't read Megan's comment because you didn't have.
Oh no, because I'm old as fuck.
Yes, you are.
Yes, I am.
So Megan Gay, she's one of our
fuck yes
consistent contributors and viewers of our show. So yeah.
Well, like I said, I mean, like this whole legend shit, as you know, I'm going back to the industry because that's pretty much what I know about. But as legend shit goes, I am not the guy who knows every drink in the universe, and I don't know the history of Drambuie or where the oranges were grown by Captain Fartass because of some stupid bullshit. Okay, I know what tastes good. I can feel you out in about 3 or 4 seconds and give you something you might enjoy, and if nothing else, give you a taste of something you've never had before.
That's awesome.
Okay, So in terms, there's a lot of legendary bartenders in terms of what they can remember and what they can do. I'm not that guy. If there's any legend associated with my ass, it's because I'm this fucking old and I've been loving millions of people in this town for a really long time. But that's about it. Because I don't know there's anything really special about me. Oh, dude, Drew Swift wins. You win, bro. He was me for Halloween one time. I walked into the bar. Check it. I was high as shit. Walked into the bar with my wife, and I looked at him behind the bar. He had my tattoo on the back of his head. And I looked at my wife, and I was like, oh shit, I'm working tonight. Literally, that he borrowed clothes from my wife.
That's awesome.
He was perfectly me. And I walked in.
He came out of the kitchen of the Reef, and I legit dead ass said to him, "Hey, bro, you can't have that fucking sword in here." It was pretty good.
It was awesome. I love you. That was fucking moments of greatness, bro. That was fucking awesome. And that was 20 years ago. That was 20 years ago.
That was a long time ago.
I don't know if you heard earlier, Drew, but Brian was sucking your dick a little bit about how much he loved you.
Oh, fuck you,
man. A little bit. Just a little bit.
DS Bizzle, you're an amazing human, bro.
So
I need to get a beer, but I'm listening. Go
ahead. Brian picked me up when I was still in the Marine Corps. I started working the door at Bedrock in 1998. Woman I was dating at the time, like, knew Brian, knew the place was cool, was like, this is right up your alley. And I came in for a job interview, and Brian was like, so, bro, what do you do for a living? Like, what, your girl tells me you're a fucking jarhead. And I was like, I'm a fucking jarhead. And he was like, so what do you do in the Marine Corps? And I was like, so I'm a close combat instructor trainer. I teach people how to teach people close combat. And he was like, yeah, man.
You're hired.
Okay, bro. What about all this other shit? And he starts talking to me, right? We have like a 30-minute conversation. He's like, you know what, man? I really fucking love you, dude. I think I want to hire you. You're going to be hired. And I was like, I don't know, dude. Like,
hired.
I was getting the feeling that he was hiring me because I knew how to crack heads. Right? And I told him that. And I was like, dude, I really am not trying to be that dude. I don't want to come in here and start a bunch of shit. I don't want to have to like throw people out. He was like, bro, you ever put your hands on somebody, you're fucking fired. If you can't do it with your mouth, then you don't belong in this building. I was like, fucking, I love you.
He's not wrong doing that. Yeah.
And that's where it was, man. That's what started it for us.
Drew, I fell in love with you because you have just a real perspective, down to earth, nitty gritty, honest way of living and talking.
I mean, I know
that
how to
was
be
great,
one motherfucker.
Well, I mean, I knew that, you being like who you are in the military and blah, 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 learning the art of arson and murder, which is, it's an art, whatever. Okay.
That's real. No, it's real.
Yeah, no, it's true. But no, you just had a charisma that you still have, and it's pretty cool, man. I mean, as long as you can hold that torch, I almost died almost 1 year ago this month. I had a pancreatitis attack. My pancreas swelled up so much that it disabled the use of my diaphragm.
Oh wow! And
I lost consciousness in my house. And it happened very quickly. I lost consciousness in my house. Mel did because I'm like not cool military at all, but I was in the Army Reserves and the Navy. But I don't want to tell any of those stories because they're all just drunkard stories. Okay. But anyhow, Mel just got me. It's like, on your feet. I stood up. I got in the car. She got me to Sibley. She's like, on your feet. I stood up. I got on the thing. Went back out, lost consciousness, but I woke up. They're giving me CPR at Sibley, and that was a year ago. And I'd already made a lot of changes in my life before then, but that was like a 90-degree turn in what you're doing when shit like that happens to you. And it's just been really awesome to have a different perspective as a result of that, because every day is more important now. I don't do bullshit I don't like to do anymore. If it's something I don't want to do, fuck it. I'll pay somebody else to do it. I was a 90-hour work week motherfucker my entire life, and I will never be that person again.
And that's what we said.
Have to be.
That's what you and I talked about in pre-shift. Like till my brain injury, I didn't know how to slow down, and I didn't know anything else. And then until something like that happens, so you don't realize that it's okay to say no. Like,
and to not do it.
Yeah.
You have to say no. If you
Right.
say yes to everything, who the fuck are you? You're like a leaf blowing around on the street, man. You got no roots and you're not doing anything.
Yeah.
I was always a yes man. I fucking hated that.
I mean, I did the corporate restaurant shit for a while. I did mom and pops, and I never wanted to disappoint anybody when it came to my work. Like, I always wanted to work harder than the next person. Work harder. But I wasn't taking care of myself. And, you know, as we get older, we learn to. We have no choice.
Yeah, well, it's like giving a sports car to a 17-year-old. You know, if you drive it like a 17-year-old does for a couple of years, and it's not a sports car anymore. It's like a fucking Mad Max Crash 'em Up Derby motherfucker, you know? Yeah. Drew's real good at that. Drew and I used to smoke. Drew, you smoke cigarettes anymore?
Fuck no, dude. I quit that shit like 8 years ago.
Copy. Well, we used to smoke like it was our job, like 3 to 5
dude,
packs
we made
a day.
it look good.
No,
We made that shit look sexy.
And it makes you smarter. Smoking a cigarette makes you smarter. Because if somebody asks, no, I'm serious. Listen, no, fuck you, man. I'm serious. No, listen. Because somebody will ask you a question. They'll be like, well, Brian, when you're laying out this floor, how are you going to deal with the fact that those stairs are recessed in the corner? And instead of like not knowing what the fuck you're talking about and having to talk right then, you have the chance to get out your pack of smokes, get the cigarette out, put it in your mouth, light that motherfucker, take a drag and be like, well, when you look at the total room, you have to diminish it by 18% because that's only 6 feet of this entire room. And this room is, you know, blah, blah, blah. But just giving yourself a second to think, which is what cigarettes did for me and a lot of other things. But I mean, I knew that I was smarter. I knew I was saying things that made sense before my face opened up and just spat some shit on the floor. And that's what cigarettes are great at that. They're just great at that, you know?
So cigarettes are also great for fires. So a story I was supposed to ask you about was someone saying to you, dude, you're on fire.
Oh, that's a great story.
I was told I need to hear this
Top
story.
5.
Yeah, that and when my lips got sucked into the bottle, that's the only thing that can compete with this one. Exactly.
The floor is yours.
All right. Well, a very, very, very long time ago. When I say very, very, very long time, that's 3 varies, and I'm talking 1984. Yeah, I was 18 years old. I had just lived in New York City, and I moved back to Lincoln, Nebraska. Did I lose everybody?
No, you're still here. You're just the main focus.
You're just
okay.
highlighting.
Oh, that's terrible. Oh, dude, I don't like looking at me, but okay, whatever. But anyhow, this is a long time ago. I had just come back from New York City, and I was living in Lincoln, Nebraska, and I was walking across a park from one party to the next. And I was wearing some pretty flamboyant clothing I bought at Andy Cheapy's on 6th Avenue. I think it was on 6th Avenue. It's a long time ago. But it's anyhow, I had a fuzzy spotted leopard furry cape. Okay. And I was wearing that over, I think I had a black string tank top, gray big Gerbo pants, not MC Hammer shit, not low crotch shit, but high crotch, but baggy, blah, blah, blah. World War I pilot spats leggings over combat boots. Okay, that's my garb. I have a white cylinder of hair with no eyebrows. I didn't have a mohawk then because it all got cut off. I did a bad job of shaving. But I had a white spike of hair and no eyebrows. Anyhow, I'm walking home from a party, from one party to the next. I'm walking home. And this carload of rednecks pulls up right next to me. And they slow down, and I'm like, okay, here we go. This is Nebraska. I mean, if you look like this, you hear get a haircut faggot like at least 50 times a day, okay? If it's less than 30 times, it's a goddamn miracle. It's Nebraska in the 80s, and I look like I didn't live there. I look like I had been living in New York. That's the best way to put that. But anyhow, this car slows down, and I'm walking slow, and it's driving real slow. And this guy leans out the window. He says, hey, man, you're on fire. And literally, I'm thinking, and I was going home. But literally, I'm thinking he's calling me a flaming homosexual. I mean, that's what's happening here. So I'm like, ice front, keep walking, ignore their ass. They don't exist. So I just keep walking. And they keep driving real slow. It's like an emerald green Plymouth Fury, like this fucking 3 tons of whatever. But it keeps driving real slow right next to me. And the guy leans out and he says, I said, hey, man, you're on fire. And I'm sticking to my guns. I'm just ignoring their shit. But I'm coming up to the end of the block. And I'm like, fuck, here we go. I'm going to step off the curb. Because if I'm ignoring them, I just got to keep walking. I'm going to step off the curb. He's going to run me over. That's the deal. But I'm walking up to the intersection. And they do pull in front of me. And the guy's like, well, fuck you, man. I said you're on fire. And they drive away. And I'm like, oh, my God. Okay, one less ass whoop. And I've had many because, raise your freak flag high. But I keep walking home. I got like 3 blocks or a while to get there. And my leg, when I lace up these British pilot spats that I was wearing over my combat boots, when I lace them up too tight, they're painful. And my leg is hurting. And I'm like, man, I got to unlace these motherfuckers. These hurt. Okay. But I just keep walking and my leg is just hurting more and more. And I'm like, I think I just need to stop. Nah, I'm like, nah, you're almost home. And then I heard like, and I realized that my entire right-hand side of my body was completely on fire. My pilot's leggings, my Gerbeau cotton pants, my fuzzy leopard spotted cape was on fire. I was giving off enough fire to like lighting up the neighborhood. Okay. I was a source of light, but I was so fucking wasted. I didn't know anything.
That was my next question.
I just want to get home, bro. I mean, yeah, that's what was on my way home. But I was on fire. I'm like, I was totally on fire. Like, not just kind of on fire, but motherfucker was on. I was on fire. The dude was doing me a solid. He's like, and he was in a whole carload of dudes on a Friday night at 3 o'clock in the morning, at 4 o'clock, trying to help me out. And I'm like, I just didn't.
You're like, fuck you.
I didn't know, dude, check it out. I didn't even look at him. I was like, huh. So like the funny thing, yeah, that sucked. I got myself put out. I burned up a bunch of really expensive clothes. I did burn my legs, still have a scar, blah, 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 whatever. But yeah, it is. I mean, scars are great tattoos. That's the whole thing. But anyhow, the funny thing about the story wasn't living through that experience. It was having told that story to somebody else and having them say to me, yo, bro, those motherfuckers still live in Lincoln, Nebraska. They're still good friends. And at the end of the fucking Cornhuskers game, they're like, yo, bro, you remember when we saw that punk rocker burning down on fucking Locust Avenue, motherfucker? And like, yeah, dude, I totally remember that, man. He was like totally on fire. We're trying to save his ass. And he's just like, fucking robot zombie motherfucker is what he was, okay? Because the reality of the matter was, I was on motherfucking fire, dude. I mean,
that's amazing.
He's just trying to do you solid.
Tried it, yeah. And I was a dick. Well, I was not a dick. I just was not playing.
You were a dick. You were a dick.
Fuck you, man. But yes, I was.
All right, so we have another surprise for you. Drew, you want to introduce our friend?
Just somebody that you know and love, near and dear to your heart.
All right.
Someone who may have worked for you before.
What up, B?
Boom. Let's bring the fucking team together,
shit.
son.
Oh my God. I was just talking about Asher. I was not talking about Asher, but was I just talking about Asher?
You were talking about Asher.
I mean, you
got Asher's name in your mouth?
I already said that because you know what? It's so big, I try to spit it out. It doesn't come. You know what I'm saying?
Ew.
Oh, that was tough. Wasn't
That's
it?
awesome.
I didn't mean to do that. That was worse.
Sorry about that, homie.
Yeah.
Oh, it was good.
Asher, you look like a Sunday posture. Isn't this the Sunday posture when you don't fucking move? You're it's like food. Sunday.
Good. Had football. Good day.
I closed the Crown last night. I didn't get home till 5 o'clock this morning.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Yeah. And I can't believe I did that 5 nights a week for 30 fucking years or whatever it was, because I felt like a dog's ass on a rerun. That was terrible.
You know what, Brian? You know what my favorite rule that Brian used to have was? Never call the closer before noon.
I like
12:01 12:01, he's in your ass. Right?
I
11:59, you're safe.
It's a
I like-
rule. I mean,
like that
it's a rule. Yeah.
Val, you
Is
talking
Siri
to you?
talking to you again?
Siri was talking to me this time.
Okay.
He's like, "Who the fuck is Brian Harrison?"
Yeah, it's funny. Brian's phone did the same thing to him.
Yeah, I had an argument with Siri a second ago, and she
Who the,
won.
who the fuck is Brian Harrison?
Bitch,
Actually-
you don't know. Come on.
She was like,
No,
let me know what happened on Bike Hunt.
Brian Harrison. Brian Harrison is the John Smith of Washington D.C. If you fucking like look in a phone booth phone book.
booth.
Yeah, like anybody has. Fuck you on both of all that shit. Okay, I'm old. All right, there we go. But there are literally like 114 Brian Harrisons in Washington D.C. You know,
Right.
and I want to be like every single one of those guys. You know,
Do you?
yeah.
All right. So
Farmer's
on top,
Gin, it's good stuff. I recommend.
on top of this party, we have one more person still to come.
Uh-oh.
It's like
Exciting.
it's like a
I don't know. Who could it be?
It's like,
I'm getting some
it's your
feedback
life.
on the voice. Are you guys getting that? Are you guys having a solid audio feed?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Does it sound better like this? Give me a flavor.
It's just my voice, I guess.
Just turn
There
the
you go.
bass down a little bit.
I got it going on, man. I can't
You
hear shit.
do.
We hit it. Teddy told me to call all these people, man. So
I'm
Here we
gonna
go.
hit me on the speaker.
you might have a cancellation or echo cancellation on your thing.
oh, we can't hear you now. Now you're muted.
Hit the mute button.
Now you're muted, Brian.
It's the speaker button.
So, there you go. All right.
All right. Sorry about
Yeah.
that. Excuse me.
No. This is entertaining as hell for me. At least it's not me. It's not me this week.
Yeah, right on.
Drew can tell you.
Mascot for this kind of stupid shit. I mean,
I owe Drew a show, so this is awesome.
Yo, last time I was on this shit, we went to like 1:30 in the morning.
It's true.
Marcus went to 12:30, but kept going to 1:30.
That is true.
All right, here we go. There we go.
I'm usually in bed by 10 p.m.
Oh boy.
Team faded.
Oh,
This is
boy.
gonna get interesting, isn't it?
No, I think
Oh,
I
no.
know faded.
I don't know what happened to his
Well, because his phone's about to die.
No, no,
nobody
it's faded, bro. That's the whole thing.
tell him to charge it sometime.
Rub some fun.
Team Death
Oh,
Circle.
Dun, dun,
Faded.
Oh shit, Raheem. Oh, see, that was a cameo. It's
It
like
was
I'm out.
Hassan. It was Hassan.
Hey, where's
I
Boo?
know, yeah.
Well, Boo was supposed to be on around like 10:15, 10:30, but his job, they're not done.
Okay.
He also knows that it's me, so it's gonna run like quite a bit late at the end of it. You know,
Oh,
All right, there you go.
we're really good at the 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m. hour, you know. Team faded.
It's Hassan.
I know.
Are you in Johnny Please?
What's that?
Is he a Pistola?
Is that
Oh,
what he's
yeah.
at? Oh, wait, is that Town Tavern?
I'm
It's a town tavern.
you know, Town Tavern's internet sucks, so you
I'm on. I've got my. Walk up to Trist. They'll help you out.
Hassan
They're not.
There we go.
faded.
Totally faded.
faded.
Exactly.
You're given a new definition of team faded.
What's that sports show where they like X out the guy on the screen? Or like, okay.
Oh, shit.
round the horn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're
Yes, Tony
Yeah.
Reale does that shit.
Yeah.
Yo, Brian,
Yeah.
Tony Reale, the dude who hosts that show, used to live in the fucking condo that burned down in like 04 up by the Reef.
Yeah.
Remember
Oh,
on
shit.
Colorama?
Yeah, I know.
He was
I
one of
know.
our regulars.
No, I know that cat. I've known that for a long time. I mean, it's really, so you think about DC, and it's not like it makes you a cool person, you know, because we're all cool people. I don't care who you are, where you live, or who you hang out with. But being in Washington DC,
Okay.
Yeah, but being in DC, yeah. But being in DC, and you get to rub elbows. Now look at that shit. Damn. Muzzle flash at 6 inches. That was our former friend Hassan. He felt good. On 18th Street. It was that night.
Oh my God. I told you this would be a good time, Asher.
Oh.
I mean, hell, does anybody else want to join since Team faded out?
Well, somebody else just asked. I don't know.
I mean, Leonard's asking if he could join.
I'll be honest. I mean, if I put my feelers out, this tree would be deeper than it is tall. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
well, we do a DC as fuck show once a quarter. So maybe we do a whole reunion.
I would love that. A Reef reunion?
A Reef reunion.
Oh, shit.
We created hundreds of children. Okay, like we're a voting block in the District of Columbia. I mean,
there's not that much Grand Marnier in the city.
Oh shit! I just wish I was more on the Guinness back then. I wouldn't, I mean, it would have been better.
Fuck no, dude. We were drinking DeConic back then, and we were drinking well.
Do you still have any of the glassware? Because I just found some.
Fuck no, dude. Ferry made me throw all that shit away years ago.
Okay, all right. Well, okay. Hey, Asher, you want some cool DeConic glassware, man?
Nope.
Come on, dude.
Nope. I know there's a great bar you can sell that, though.
The only thing I sell is love, baby.
We love it.
Yeah. Farmer's Gin. It's really good stuff. Right on, right on.
How much are they paying for that?
Val?
What did you? What?
Call of action, please.
Wait, I'm not ready. You can't tell me to do that when I don't have it in front of me.
Should always be ready.
Hello.
The fuck is that now?
You can find
Hello.
us. Hello. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram at the District of Misfits Show. On Twitter at DC Misfits.
Yeah, you finally hit it.
On YouTube, you can find us on our District of Misfits Show channel.
Like, subscribe, and share, motherfuckers.
Yes, please. On Twitch, District of Misfits. And if you'd like to purchase some of our wares, you can go to www.crushingdc.com.
You don't have to do www.
Whatever, I did it anyway.
I don't think you need to do that anymore. I think everybody understands that.
I did it anyway because it was written right there. If you'd like to be a guest on our show, or if you'd like to create your own podcast and amplify your voice, please email the districtofmisfitsshow@gmail.com.
And you also get the mask that he's showing off, Hassan.
Yes.
Is he frozen again?
Hassan's got one of our original gators, the District of Misfits Show.
Oh, hell yeah.
Nice.
I thought you just said mass adhesion a second ago. Damn.
Mass adhesion. Or that.
Yeah. Well, duct tape, it doesn't fix everything, but it makes it quiet. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
It does. I love the sound of when you shut the fuck up. I love that. Hassan, are you with us? Are you with us, Hassan?
Hassan is froze. He's froze again. Froze. But it's okay because he has that District of Misfits
It's
show.
a great advertisement.
And that's why I left it up. That's why I haven't taken it off this time. I'm gonna leave him up the whole time. So here
Keep it right
I do have some pictures.
What's up,
I guess. Man, you're our new Jamie. Tonight you're our Jamie.
This is what happens with Jamie almost every show.
which Jamie? Jamie Diogno or who?
Oh, no.
No, this is Jamie.
I'd love to find his ass.
Who?
He's out in Cali, bro. He's married with a kid, beautiful family. He's happy.
Yeah. Well, he's like the Jackie Chan porn star, crazy motherfucker that we all want
I
to
mean, he's the fucking Filipino for sure, dude.
He is Filipino.
Is he
That
a
man
Filipino? He might be my cousin.
I'm gonna tell you right now, dude.
You have the same kind of shit going on. I got to be honest, okay?
Jamie Diokno was probably one of the smoothest motherfuckers I've ever met.
Top
like,
4
like
bartenders.
cool like the backside of the pillow. We were so lucky, dude. When the Reef opened, we had more talent in that place than any other bar I've ever seen.
I stole everybody.
Hands down, no questions asked. I remember I was one of those idiots that opened and volunteered to open the Reef with Brian.
We used to sleep on rolls of carpet while we were building this shit out because we didn't go home at night.
It's true.
The night before, we would work all day. We'd go back to work at the Bedrock, and then we'd go back. It was
and just keep swapping.
A lot of harp. We drank a lot of harp and ate a lot of pizza. Yeah.
It was insane. So like back then, that's when the Washington City paper had just kind of started doing the best bets shit, and best of shit.
Yeah.
And like Fritz Hahn had just broken into the Washington Post back then. And like loved Brian. Brian could do no wrong for Fritz back in the early days. And so he was at the Reef. He was at the Reef a bunch. And I think the reason he was at the Reef is because everybody just treated him like another customer, not like he was Fritz Hahn, you know what I'm saying, walking in the door. But the talent that we had was fucking ridiculous. And I just remember when I ran the bar there for the first fucking 7 years, it was like every single year we came in second fucking place and goddamn the Washington like city paper's best of. And it was always every single fucking time we lost to the old Ebbet. And
that's trash. That's fucking
that
trash.
Shit broke my heart, man. I was like, God damn it.
We got DC's best rooftop 10 of 11 years.
Oh, yeah. Every year.
The W opened up, they took it away. I thought they would have it from there on out. And that was like in year 4. I was like, okay, well, they spent a shitload of bread. That's their jam. But no, we
never spent a penny on that shit.
And we had it every year since until we closed. Yeah. It's nice to be outside. I mean, it sucks being outside. I mean, like literally when it's 150 degrees outside on that deck, and like you got to set up and work a 13 or 14 hour shift in front of a bunch of want to get laid, really thirsty motherfuckers for a long time. I mean, that was diesel. We used to ice the deck. We literally would bring the ice,
bring the temp down
on the deck, and just throw ice on the deck so the ice would cool the deck. And the water would evaporate to create a circumstance that was even capable for customers in July, man.
We made that rooftop the first outdoor space that was open year-round through the winter.
Yeah.
I love
the
that
first
place.
winter that we opened that shit, we had propane and we hauled propane up the fucking 3 flights of stairs.
42 tanks a week, bro. 42 tanks a week.
Jeez, goddamn. That is a hell of a lot of propane.
Yeah,
I used to go to
7 heaters, a tank a day.
Now, talking about a lot of something, I was told a story about mineral oil.
Oh. That's on you, Drew. Who do you want to tell the story? I mean, Drew was better at it because he was already the one. He was the one doing it. Drew, you should tell that story.
All right, so Brian's masterpiece for the Reef
never worked out. It sucked. It never worked out.
No, because the fucking turd was always there. That's why.
I heard about this time.
Anyway, so the center cap to this shit was a tray that hung above the bar with a fish pump that circulated mineral oil throughout it to make it look like a constant tide washing over coral above the bartenders, right? So at the time, and I didn't even think about it, I was like, let's fill it up with fucking water. And Brian's like, can't do water, bro. Algae. That shit is nasty.
And it'll evaporate. Right? It'll evaporate.
So now, it's motherfucking like February of 2002. And he's got us scouring every fucking CVS in the city for baby oil. Because that's what mineral oil is. So
It doesn't evaporate. It doesn't evaporate.
Right? So me, this fierce fucking woman named Alex Aslan, and our homeboy Hippie, right? We were all down at the CVS in DuPont. And they had a fucking shit. You know the one right there on the corner of 17th and P? Where the old fucking Blockbuster used to be, right? So we roll up in there, man, and I'm like, they got a whole aisle of baby oil, right? Big, small, short, tall. And we just pull up
aloe vera flavored.
We pull up a fucking shopping cart and basically straight up like just start clearing the shelves with our hands, right? And we've got like every ounce of baby oil we can get. And so we go up to the fucking counter and it's like, there's no self-checkout back then, right? It's just fucking like, 35-year-old fucking AGM of CVS and DuPont. He starts rigging us out and he was like, what the fuck are you guys doing? And our boy Hippie looks up and was like, yeah, we're opening in a bar. And he was like, what the fuck are you doing in this place? And he was like, it's 21 a party. Anybody can come at 18. And they fucking threw us out, dude. They fucking threw us out.
No, I thought let us a box of condoms. I thought it was a condoms. Did he ask for a box of condoms? I heard
he did ask for a box of condoms.
No, he like got all the baby oil in the entire fucking store, and then he asked for condoms. They're like, fuck you, get out. Okay. I mean, like, they had to reshelve all that shit. That wasn't easy for them to say no to that. That'd have been an easy $1,000.
Yeah, they wouldn't sell it to us. They threw us out.
We bought like $5,000 worth of baby oil. It was the most
easily
you've ever seen in your life. It was a day before open. Everything else was done. And I look up and I'm like, oh shit, let's get some baby oil. And
so the thing that we didn't know that ruined it.
They got baby oil, all the baby oil, the entire city. Virginia, Maryland, we had all the baby oil. We have 44 gallons of baby oil.
Yep.
Some of them 6-ounce containers at a time. Okay.
Oh my God.
And the only thing it did was hold in suspension all of the dirt and dust that was in the fucking ceiling, spin it around into his fucking centrifuge, and make a nice big turd right in the middle of the tent.
Right about the middle of the bar. Exactly.
And in fucking 10 years, we couldn't figure out how to unfuck that thing.
No, we tried. No, dude.
I know.
Well,
Did we do it?
I mean, like, I was like slow puffing on a tube trying to like puff this shit out. Okay. I know. I'm sorry. It was real.
Yeah. Hey. If it's gonna be that type of party, I'm sticking my dick in the mashed potatoes.
Ooh.
Yeah, if you can't suck start your own Harley, you don't deserve the bike, bro. You know oh shit.
Are we still
really good? I would recommend it to everybody. I don't
Sour Diesel sponsored.
Yeah, oh yeah, hell yeah. But
we have it.
I mean, I fucked up. I was drinking whiskey earlier, and then I recommended pedophilia, and so like I had to switch.
You recommended pedophilia.
I mean, no, literally, I don't even know how it happened. One of the commentators was like, "Pedophilia is okay," and I'm like, "The fuck no!" They're like, "Well, you just said it was cool," and I was like, "The hell I did." I'm like, "Yeah, you did." I was like, "No longer on the menu." Let's get a farmer's gin. It's
really and then you pick up the farmer's gin bottle. The first joke you tell is feet.
Oh, I told him the joke. I told him that joke. Oh, you were here for that. Okay.
All right, we have another entry into the orgy.
Oh my God!
Is the team faded?
Like Brian, shut the fuck up.
No, I cut team faded.
Team faded is done. He faded. His
phone
faded. Was dying.
He faded.
His phone was dying.
He faded.
Oh.
Hey.
Put those glasses on.
If I could scratch and sniff the screen with Lenny, I would do that. Smell like Fernet and fucking victory. Okay.
Right.
I love it.
You know, we've had so many Tika shots together
I miss you so much, bro. I don't know where you're at right now, but I'll send Sherlock out. We'll find that shit.
I'm on the street.
Well, there's a bench in DuPont that's just to the left of the fountain on the right-hand side. I'm just kidding.
I've been known to sit there and kind of chill out. Being alone
there, man. You lost out, man. That's a good one.
What?
I'm just messing with you. Go ahead.
No. It's so funny. When I hear you talk story, I love it so much because they're so brilliant and you've got such a rich history. Like Brian, the things that I've sat at your bar and learned, I just love. You know what I mean? Like get down on the ground. Like when you opened the bottom of the reef and you were like, I'm going to give you a shot. And it's going to be like, what was it? Jumping out of the plane? I don't know. It was so much.
Well, the reality of the matter is the first floor of the reef turned into like a booty fest from hell. but in the beginning, the bottom floor of the reef, the bottom floor of the reef, we had firkins down there. I mean, some of y'all, Drew Swift will remember we had firkins on the first floor.
Every Thursday.
And I would tap those early. A firkin is a gravity poured real ale. It's a spectacular way to enjoy beer. I mean, it's actually probably one of the best ways you can drink a beer, and nobody's going to sell that in DC right now because of COVID.
And what Brian won't say about his job when he got the reef is that he was actually underground before that. So you were actually above ground for the first time, but still on the bottom floor of your own restaurant.
Oh my God, dude. Being at the Crown and Crow is so tough right now. Being in a basement is about to get cool, but I'm tired of waiting for it to happen. Okay. I
think you got another season
waiting for it to happen because it's been really slow.
Yeah.
For a really long time. And you know what? This airplane needs wind, speed, and attitude, which I got all those motherfuckers.
Indeed.
Okay?
Indeed.
And I got none of that. I'm sitting on a tarmac going like, that's gonna be a fucked up meme, okay? If you guys do that shit, I'm gonna hurt you, okay? No, not like that. I'm not inviting all of your viewers to do something stupid like that. Or forget how big of a platform this stuff is. 100%. It's really good. Have some. I will right now. Cheers.
Again, if I liked to drink gin, your plug of it would have made me really want to drink gin.
Only mean people drink gin.
Not true.
Well, regularly. Like every day at 1 p.m.
No, well, the thing is, I hated him forever. I woke up with a tattoo of hickeys at a party one time. This is in the early 80s. I had a really great time. We had this party. You know those fish bowls that look like really big wine glasses? I was a complete drug addict, alcoholic, crazy motherfucker in the middle 80s. I'm sorry. My family, if you're watching this now, I'm sorry about that, but it's freaking you knew it. Okay. But we bought these like big ass 164 ounce like cool goblets at the fish store. And we're like, let's have a martini party. Yay! Because all my friends are crazy as I am. So we had like bought a shit of these glasses and we had this huge martini party. And I passed out in the first 12 minutes of it. I was like out. I was on the bed where the coats all get piled. Okay, that's the whole thing.
Well, has anyone seen a picture of skinny Brian Harrison?
It's funny you say that because.
Oh shit! Oh my God! You know what? I was not cool back then, but I was a lot of fun.
like a soup bowl of vodka.
That's a great picture.
It is. That's a great picture. That's Big Hunt, bro. That was 27 years ago in Washington, D.C.
Do you want to tell the
I weighed 165 pounds and had that guy had a very optimistic view of this city. And I would love to admit to the fact that I still have most of that right now.
And that guy went downstairs to a group of 200 people that had broken into the back door.
Oh shit! It was 70 people. That's a great story.
Go ahead.
We're doing story questions. I got you, bro. Right on.
We're telling stories.
Take it out.
Story
And
time.
you can put up that pic. That same guy had 200 people on their belly.
Well, it's command presence, and Drew knows about this. Command presence. You hit them fast, you hit them hard, and you maintain a level of
control.
It's only possible as long as they are terrified. I mean, and that's what happened. But I was thicker than that back then. I was new to the hunt. I was 165 by the time.
Honest question.
185. I'm too.
Honest question
right
before you continue. Were you opening bottles with your arm?
Yes, of course, bro.
Okay, all right.
I have a callus still here. No, I still have a callus from that. That's never going to go away. I mean, like literally 1 million bottles.
1 million.
Callus there. You do. But nobody does twisties anymore. Everything's you need a fucking machine, you know, which I am, but whatever.
That might be more interesting than the story. So Brian Harrison could get off a champagne bottle cork with his arm. He opened everything with his elbow.
Yeah.
Every Bud Light,
You guys ever do that? You guys have ever seen anybody do that? You guys have.
Oh yeah, Asher and I cut the fuck out of our forearms.
And you can shoot them into the fucking bucket, bro. That's the whole thing. So when you're good and you're like ninja shit, you're like it hits the bucket.
I could never do it though.
Motherfucker. Sorry, that was ridiculous.
He shot a cork into the bucket, and I was like, "That's next level."
We are dump bucket. You know, we don't want to add to the burden. You know, your bar backs work hard as fuck all the time, and I don't know why they make bar mats the same dimension as a bar cap. That is some evil, torturous, fucking next level bullshit that some evil person invented, because there's no reason for that at all. That should not be.
But not to interrupt, they broke into the back door.
Oh no, here you go. All right, crackhead Tyrone. It's a Thursday night, man. We already had this half. No, this is a big hunt. This is a long time ago. Never been a big hunt. It was a cool spot. It was terrible, but it was very cool. But anyhow, crackhead Tyrone was my bar back. We'd already shut the other side. I don't even think that was a Tuesday. We never had the other side open. But crackhead Tyrone rolls up to me, and we all got a name, and that was his. I never knew my own name. He told me that shit. But crackhead Tyrone comes up and he's like, oh my God, Brian, there's like 1,000 people downstairs. There's like 1,000 people downstairs. And you got to do something about that. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like the only way I got a bartending shift at the Big Hunt, because nobody quit, nobody ever left. The staff stayed the same forever. I did security for 18 months. I had experience as a bartender. I still couldn't get behind the bar. But they had this other spot in the basement that was Lee Wheeler's workshop. I said, if I can build that as a bar, will you guys let me use it? They're like, totally. And I'm like, all right, because I'm a carpenter. I built that as a bar. We created the downstairs basement bar at the Big Hunt, blah, blah, blah.
Now, it was a comedy show. It's hugely successful. Hugely successful.
Oh, my God. Well,
I'd been to a few comedy shows down there.
I got electrocuted at that bar. It was so fucking wild as shit.
You tested it out.
No, we just opened it. I had extension cords in a puddle of water. I'm standing in beer. I grab a thing and I go to ring something up, and I'm like,
oh no.
They have a thing where they have the New York doors where you open them up and you shoot stuff down from the street. Like down, like I delivered beer for a while, and we would deliver it underground, like shoot it down the sidewalk. It's totally crazy place.
Right.
Goddamn, I'm sidetracked 5 times now, but here we go. That same ramp for street delivery, if you live in a big city, that's how they deliver kegs.
Right.
In New York City, Boston, Washington, D.C., blah, blah, blah. That's how you deliver kegs. There's a hole in the sidewalk beside the kegs down. I don't know where you're at, where your viewers are from, but that's just the truth of the matter.
That's the only place I know in D.C.
But they shot down this Hoff Stevens keg, and Drew remembers those because they didn't have handles. They were round. They were terrible kegs. It's how all beer kegs were until the 90s, and they didn't have handles, and they were hard to stack, and they were all dented up, but they were called Hop Stevens kegs. But anyhow, this dude from Hop and Wine, shot a keg down. I'm signing for deliveries at the Big Hunt. This is a great story. This is a great story. This is a great story. I haven't thought about this in a long time. But we had a bunch of tires at the bottom of the ramp where they would send the kegs down, and the kegs would land on the top. That's how it worked out. But this dude, like, they're hucking kegs down because they're keg delivery drivers, and the only thing they're more angry about is the fact they have to wake up tomorrow. And anyhow, but this fucking keg bounced off the tire, did like a half a flip, landed, and split on the weld seam of the keg. Okay, this is it's 50 liters. It's not a 50. It's not a anyhow. But the keg opens in the middle, and it turns into a brick of foam that is the size of the entire room. And the Big Hunt, because it's such a primitive ass motherfucker, has a breaker box that's not a breaker box. It's a bunch of wires stuck in a metal thing. Okay. So that's just how it was. And this keg explodes. I'm like, there's like a tear gas bomb goes off. It's like, poof. Okay. You're fucking wet now. But the keg splits, soaks everything. And I'm thinking, this sucks. I got to clean this shit up. And then I start smelling an electrical fire that's happening directly behind me. Okay.
Yep.
Because it's an electrical fire. Okay. And what do you do when your breaker box is on fire?
Dude, you're on fire.
Dude, nuclear bomb shit. Okay. You're just fucking done. Okay. I'm just glad it was hot enough that it cooked off the beer and it got good in a second. But that's how I called 911. But no, you were talking about that ramp. So that's a great ramp story. That Big Hunt beer delivery system kind of sucked cock in hell, bro.
It's the only.
That was terrible.
I don't know how that happened. It was just.
I mean, my life is like that, though. I mean, like literally, I feel very lucky. I've had the best of all possible experiences, and there is no way in the world that a poor ass fucking growing up in a trailer house in South Dakota motherfucker could ever wind up where I'm at doing what I'm doing right now, around the people that I'm lucky to be with, and have the chance to love and respect the time that I have.
Gratitude is.
I feel fucking amazingly lucky for this shit, because I don't know. I mean, the whole deserve it shit. That's just the fucking truth, though. Cheers, guys. I love you.
Cheers.
And it's a great time. I'm very glad to be invited to this. Thank you very much.
Well, Brian, you've been kind all your life, and you've been kind to me all of my life that I've known you. I helped you build that bar.
You're amazing.
Gallon of salt water up those fucking stairs, and I loved it. You know what I mean? It was so heartbreaking. You know, I posted earlier that I wanted to call in because I remember being on the phone with your dad while you were measuring the distance between joists.
Wow.
Do you remember that?
Yes, of course. Oh, we had our fish tanks were crazy. That was a ton of weight. We put a ton of weight.
Right, but
we slid that reef tank around 5 different positions.
Wow.
No, this is an unbelievable amount of weight. We had 1,700 gallons of saltwater fish tanks in a second-story building,
and
we had
for that at all. But we made it. That way.
Remember that?
Yeah, of course.
Because you were on 2 buildings upstairs.
Yeah, that was wild.
You know,
these incredible challenges create like incredible chances to come up with unbelievable ideas.
Yeah.
And until you're challenged, you don't have any ideas. You're just waiting at the ready. Okay, here's a rich nugget full of shit that I can't wait to do something with. And if nobody ever talks to you about what are we doing next, you're never going to do anything next. And I love it when you're put in a position where you're always having to think and always having to come up with some shit, because that keeps you young. I'm not ripe yet. I'm 54 years old. When I'm 87, I'm going to hit ripe nests. I'm going to work that shit till my fruit falls off the vine at 101. Okay, fuck 100. I mean, that's a bullshit fucking finish line. 101 means you meant it, okay? And that's my goal, actually, because...
Come in sideways with the tires on fire.
No, dude, like, this sounds fucked up, and this is weird. I don't eat sugar. I don't eat any starch. I don't do starch anymore. I was down 62 pounds, but it made me look really old. And at 55, the whole maintenance of bone structure and all this other shit means that you got to go like work out and stuff, which I really haven't done. I've just worked.
Right.
But now when you get into my phase of life, if you don't do the maintenance, you can't keep a sports car. And that's always going to be the truth. And you can bullshit yourself about what the sports car is because it's a 1966 model. Okay.
Right. Fucking Ford Ranger.
You still longboard to work?
I still do.
Oh, yeah.
Longboard.
Full
I longboard. I still skate. I still ride. It's the only way this is going to continue to work is if I continue to work it.
Right. So you're still working out. I mean, do you not consider that a workout? You just consider that a commute?
No, I'm just saying that I had to add some like bullshit gym resistance training to like keep up with shit. You know, that's all I'm trying to say.
No,
I don't even know that it's necessary, but it's what's recommended, and it seems to make sense. You know what I'm saying?
And are you doing that?
It's not about iron, and it's about collagen. Y'all need to do more collagen. Just so y'all know, you need to hydrate. I have lost a ton of fucking weight, and I'm sorry to say this, but yeah, I look better than I should. Let's just put it that way. Like literally, these guys know this, what I'm talking about. All right. I was at the top of a dead pool for a decade. And the fact that I'm still here, almost died last year. So I guess like almost counts. But no, hydration and collagen and protein. You can keep up with that shit, you're good. Stay away from fried food.
If I said lost and found, is that a bad joke?
Not at all, man. I love Lost and Found. That's a great spot. I mean, literally, that's a great spot. And Brian, their beer selection, I'd throw that against anybody in the entire city.
I mean,
come on.
Come on.
You know. I mean,
you know what I will say? Brian said earlier that Mel saved his life, right?
She keeps
told him to
doing
get on his feet.
She
get
keeps
his ass
doing it.
out.
Yeah.
I went to Lost and Found with my wife and some of her friends from college when Brian was working one night.
Yeah.
And my wife passed out in the middle of the bar from TSS. And
wow.
She doesn't drink. She wasn't drinking that night. And Brian's wife saved her ass, dude, because she snatched her up, grabbed a security guy by the neck, pile drived him through the fucking room, yanked out the two 20-somethings in the bathroom, shoved my wife in there, and got her fucking back together and relevant.
Wow.
And I owe Mel to this day for that, bro.
Yeah, I love
we need to have a Scorpio birthday party, bro.
Oh, what the fuck? When was the last time we did that?
It's our time. You want to come to my birthday?
It is.
You want to come to my birthday party? It's on.
I would love to. I always would love to come to your birthday party.
We'll talk later. I don't put this shit on the internet.
Can we bring everybody with us?
Pretty sick.
Is the entire all the misfits invited?
Can we at least bring the six of us and a video camera?
Invited. Everyone on this screen is invited. Okay. Because, you know, I don't want
everybody behind the screen. Maybe not so much.
let me add one more person to the screen.
Oh, let's bring it.
There's
oh, and then he's there.
He's at work still.
We've
this
missed
is a
you,
pitch.
Sir.
Boo.
No, he's just still at work. He
No, he just knew I was going to be on tonight. He was like, I don't want to do that shit. Oh, hell no. Like Brian Harrison. I mean, come on, bro.
Fuck that dude.
Yeah, fuck that dude. I'm serious. You might even need 2 fingers for that kind of fuck that dude, okay? Right on.
So
I'll give you 3. Read between the lines.
Baby, Powder Freezes 93. No lines, baby. No lines, man.
At 10:54, I texted Boo and I was like, "Are you gonna be able to make the show?" And he goes, "It's not looking good. 3 out of 7 trucks loaded." So
he's having a night.
yeah.
That's all right, Boo. We love you, dog.
They were supposed to be done by 10.
Wow. Hey,
this took a long time. It's like waves in an ocean. My daughter does supply chain management for the Farmer's Dog, like a human grade dog food company for animals and pets and blah blah blah. But she actually saw this coming before even COVID happened, and like literally being able to divert resources because I ran out of Guinness. I didn't totally run out of Guinness.
What the fuck?
I did not run out of
Hey,
Guinness.
bro, do me a favor. Pour that shit Detroit.
No, we never ran out.
No, I mean, they're making
Never ran out. But we got really close to run out of Guinness. And in my bar, you can't run out of Guinness because this powers this engine. Okay. Okay. It's a V Guinness.
Quit drinking.
But isn't
Okay.
Oh, it's advertising for everybody.
He's a billboard.
Farmers.
Well, let's talk about a billboard for a little bit. Let's talk about your brand right now a little bit more.
love it?
While we have you here, let's talk about your virtual tours.
Oh, thank you, bro. Yeah, it's another thing I got into. When COVID happened, I'll be very honest, I didn't think we'd make it. I thought that bars were fucked. And I thought that, like, one of the most bulletproof parts of the universe was the fact that people are going to drink when they're depressed and they're going to drink when they're happy. They're going to drink when they're poor and they're going to drink when they have money. Yeah, this actually is a virtual tour
Hold on.
that
So
I created.
explain exactly what this is. What are we looking at right now?
Okay, I own 360 cameras and have gone to school to understand different types of photographic enhancement software programs and just the software to run sophisticated camera stuff now. But this is a virtual tour.
This is fun. I like this. This is kind of cool.
Yeah, this is a virtual tour of the Crown and Crow. That wall, if you want to zoom back to the left again, actually, this is my bar that I own currently right now in 14th Street in Logan Circle. This is charcoal on plywood. And I really struggled with the Crown. It was very tough. The funny story is my partner in this bar was like, I said, we're going to do a mural there. And he's like, I got a guy. And I was like, no, I'm going to do the mural. And he's like, no, I got a guy. And he was like, no, dude, I got a guy. And I was like, Ben, I'm going to do the mural. So that was just the way it was going to be. And many months later, it was time to do the mural. And the heat was on. I mean, the pressure was there. It was crazy. Because I said, I'm the dude. And I've never done this before.
And you're like, I'm the guy.
I said, I'm the guy. But anyhow, I knocked this out in one day. I did 8 hours straight. It's all charcoal on plywood. I use 4 different types of sprays to keep it safe from graffiti people, but I don't even want to put that on the air right now. But
you did.
You know what, Drew? I mean, like, if you cannot invite that good movie theme and that plot, then you can't live the film. You know what I'm saying?
I do not.
Yeah. Well, I'm higher than you are then. Right on. I never said that. I just did on tape. But no, that's the bar. This bar was built in 1896. I brought it here from Philadelphia. It was a neat spot. It is a neat spot. We're there now. All the light fixtures, those are halophanes above the bar. They're from the 20s. All the chandeliers are at least 100 years old. It's 2 rooms. There's a lot going on with the Crown and Crow, which is kind of neat because I have the little locals regulars bar that exists in the front room, and it's always open to the public.
What's the history tag,
Say again? Oh, that's
the history tag.
Oh no! If you're on my, actually, this is a virtual tour. It's on my website.
That's dope.
Yeah. The virtual tour is pretty cool. And did you see the one that Asher got? Okay.
Yeah, big shout out for that because that's finally up. It looks great.
I love you. And I just updated. I updated that site because they gave me an update on software. You have pulsing hotspots. But basically, the bar that we did was we brought to it a new space with no concrete, no floor, no plumbing, no electrical, no anything. We brought a bar from an old bar in Philadelphia, and we put it in the Crown and Crow. I restored the bar myself. It was in terrible shape. You can see that right there. The image on the top is what it looked like. That trough, actually, they wrapped this bar in marble. in 1924. This was a factory bar for the Budd, BUDD railcar manufacturing plant in East Falls, Philadelphia, in the turn of the century, 1900s. Okay. And after a while, they're like, fuck this. They just put in marble and a trough. And this was a men's only bar. That was a pisser, like a real pisser. There's a thing called a pisser. And what I mean by that is there was men only there, and they would just be on the wall. And they would just keep drinking until it's their time to go.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And the paintings actually in that middle image, if you scroll back down a little bit, there we go. If you look back up a little bit, Tiny, I'm sorry. Actually, you know what? I should show you. Well, no, yeah,
They're right there.
yeah, these two paintings, the owner of the bar had to replace all the mirrors because the silver was coming off. This bar was only basically a block and a half off the water, and it just cooked all the silver off the back of the mirrors from the 1800s. So he had to replace all the mirrors, but he couldn't afford to replace all of them. So he paid a regular, to the two paintings on the far left-hand, right-hand side. He paid a regular to do an oil painting on those mirrors. And when I was restoring the bar, people were asking me like, well, what are you gonna do with that? I was like, what are you fucking kidding me? That is history and art and fucking awesomeness. No way in the fucking world am I getting rid of that. But if you scroll back down, so the way you're going later on, yeah, oh yeah, you're at the bottom of the frame. That's me. Click on that image on the left. That was me about 50 pounds heavier than I am today.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I have more fun than everyone else, and I do it faster than they do. And one would hate to be good at things that would defeat your future, but I'm really good at all those things.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I mean, you got to be good at something. I mean, damn, really.
And who's that dancing on the bar?
That is Dave Geller, my brother-in-law, and there are very few people cooler than him in our universe. That guy is really fucking awesome. Yeah, we built that together. I did most of the restoration. He helped me with the curved part of the bottom plate. He helped me with a lot. I don't want to say that I did everything. I did not do everything, and he helped me with a lot of things that were very hard to do. Dave is a very cool guy. He owns a stand-up paddling shop in St. Michael's, Maryland. And if I ever wanted to know what I was doing in business better than I do now, I would do exactly what he does. Because he is simple and happy. Oh my God, what a fucking beautiful combination that is.
Well, this is exciting. So you've done this obviously for Crown and Crow. Have you done it for other places as well?
I've done many bars. I've done several bars, resorts, RV parks, houses. Actually, I think I sent you guys a link to Asher at the Brooklyn Pint. I did a virtual tour there. I mean, the cool thing is that technology gives us a chance to.
Is it?
It's nasty, dude. We should have had that.
You haven't seen that virtual tour yet, bro?
We should have had that.
I worked that shit out. That was like 34 panos on that. That was pretty tight. Great. But anyhow.
Did Johnny ask for a discount?
I gave him a discount. He didn't have to ask.
He doesn't even know.
Yes, he was very Cardell.
Honestly, he doesn't even know.
No, I mean, he knows. I mean,
if he saw the website, then he knows. Other than that, he doesn't know.
Well, you know, you're as hands-on as how you feel, okay? And I just always feel.
I love you guys.
I love Brooklyn Pint.
Oh, it's a great
place is great.
I gave you guys a link to Brooklyn Pint for the virtual tour. Did you guys?
Where'd you send it?
I thought I emailed it to you.
No. Here, let me help you out. Hold on. Here you go. That's the website. That's the email.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. If I scratch that sniff, I'll get itchy quick. Okay, right on. Give me 1 second, bro. No, I know I've done that. Oh no, this is my message. Wait,
you gotta push send.
Wait, hold on.
Hey Valerie, what's your favorite thing about Brooklyn Pint?
I like the location. I also like the aesthetic of it.
Yeah.
There's that. So
you get perfect service every time.
all the time.
Exactly.
Damn,
So,
that's a
we-
basketball
you know,
happy motherfucker right there.
A bunch of my friends went to Catholic way back in the day. So
Okay,
it was
word.
not shit. Like,
Oh no,
at
it was a
around
dorm.
right?
Brooklyn
Yeah,
Pints
dorm.
on an old dorm.
My
Yeah.
cousin used to live in that dorm. So
That's awesome.
yeah, so when Brooklyn Pine opened, I was like, I'm gonna have to go and hang out there and see it. And yeah, it's a good spot. I like it.
I think
like
my
it a lot.
favorite thing about that place was just how ingrained it became with the community there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing I loved about that place the most. It's just that, like, how in sync, and Asher's a huge fucking part of that, right?
Yeah.
Year 1, year 2, all the Lax bros and their parents are there for homecoming, and Asher's out there being like, "Hello, I'm Asher. Let's talk about Lax."
My kid plays it
Right? No, but dude, like, seriously, that's fucking ingrained in people now, and that's the kind of shit that, like, the Reef was. You know what I'm saying? Like Crown of Crow is. You know, where it gets passed down word of mouth from generation to generation, right?
Yeah.
So in another 5 years, you're going to have somebody who graduated from Catholic like 10 years ago telling their cousin or their fucking nephew, like, yo, Brooklyn Pints this shit. This is where you're going to go get fucking wings. You're going to get face. You know what I mean? It's like, that's the kind of shit that matters, dude.
Yeah, so this was a few years ago. I didn't go to Catholic, but I had a lot of friends who went to Catholic. And so I've had this reputation of I've appropriated the Catholic university homecoming because I go to the homecoming all the time. To the point where there are some of my peers who thought that I went to Catholic, and I was like, no, I don't go to Catholic. I didn't go to Catholic. I went to Georgetown, but like. I went to a bunch of. I always go to their events.
I didn't go, but I know these bitches.
So one time we went to homecoming for Catholic, and then afterwards we're like, where should we go? And I was like, I don't know. They're like, I really like this place, like Brooklyn Pint. Let's go there. So we all rolled in there, and we had such a good time. It was so
Oh my god!
And you know we both were there.
Yeah.
We both were there for that. Guaranteed.
I hope there was a fucking smoker outside with like wings and a fucking pig on it, and oh man.
Yeah, we had a really good time. It was a lot.
Asher kills it with the events. You do a fucking great job, dude.
I actually had 2 cousins who went to Catholic.
Oh no shit, and they all go there, don't they?
Yeah, so one was just a few years below me, and then the other one was like significantly younger than me. But like, so they had very different experiences because back when I was still in college, there were really only 2 or 3 places around Catholic. You know, it was like Kiddo Shays,
Colonel Brooks, and the library.
Yeah.
Or the Cardinal's Nest.
Yeah.
One of the 2.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know, and then there's like the wing spot and the Domino's. Like,
Yo, so you know what's crazy as shit? I work with the son of the owner of Colonel Brooks.
No way.
He's the bar manager at the Anthem.
Oh, that's crazy. I had no idea. One of my best girlfriends, she worked at Colonel Brooks. So I was always going to see her whenever she was there.
Nice.
Yeah. And then, you know, everybody also went to the Times.
Oh, that was weak, dude.
Check it out. I don't have any false teeth to put out anymore. All right.
Whoa. You can't pop it loose anymore? What did you do?
No, it's all.
Implants?
I'm pretty. Check it out. No, I always had a convertible grill. And what I meant by that, it was like a hard top, but not convertible. You know what I'm saying? Or it was convertible.
It was just Pat movie. Pop the front left tooth out.
Dude, well, I had a guy at my bar 2 weeks ago say, "Yo, bro, you put your tooth in my glass." I was like, "Cause you had your shit after hours." He was like, "Yeah, but you still put your tooth in my glass." I was like, "Yeah, bro, you had your drink after hours." You know, I mean, what do you say to that? But no, I used to have. I've been the victim of violence. Yeah. But I had a flipper for a long time, for like 40 years, And if you've ever been in my bar, you know, I'm good until serving you to the last second. Like literally, you have 3 minutes on your drinks, 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 minutes, please. Like 3 shots of Jameson's in a heart. But I'm like,
Let's get these boys and girls.
and like literally, you now have 141 seconds to drink that shit. Okay. I'm gonna take that shit. You don't get to hold on to it. I'm just lending it to you. Okay. That's you know, business relationship is you have 3 minutes on your drinks, 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 minutes, please. You're glad, and you know, I will make you a drink because when you get off work at the end of the day, you don't want to go to bed sober. Hell no. I give too many front rubs for that shit. The back rubs are easy. The front rubs are tough. Okay. Oh God, Brian, not putting someone's spine. I know. I used to do that shit. It was terrible. It was fucking terrible. No, there was a time. No, there was a time at Jackpot. This is scoring. We're like 3:07. Like we're late. This is late, and this dude is like not giving his shit up. He's like, my drink. I'm like, just drink your drink, bro. There's 2 ounces of shit in that glass. Knock it back. Takes a second. Please. Hey, can you knock that drink back for me? Blah, blah, blah. But no, motherfucker's like, my drink, bro. So I take my false teeth out and I put it in his drink. I was like, you still want that, motherfucker? Where do you go with that? I mean, like, literally, that should be a trump card. Laid it on the stack, taking that to the house, okay? But no, this guy was like, cool. And I'm like, oh no, that was for my tooth, okay? This dude not only was not going to give me a shit, but now I have to fight him to get my tooth back. It's like I tried to get my tooth, and he was like, nope, mine. Oh my God, it's like that's like a hillbilly's nightmare, like you never fucking believe, bro. I mean, but now I don't have that availability anymore. I can't be.
What'd you do? Get an implant?
You know, I replaced the entire grill, bro. I'm like literally. This is the Bentley. You used to see that Toyota 4Runner that it's been in a couple front end accidents. This is the Bentley, so I'm good.
You did the whole shit?
Yeah. Hi, I'm pretty now.
Looking good. Looking good.
Well, I never
Dude, I remember when you got yours.
I had one tooth that had been knocked out 3 times. Okay. 3 is like, you got to be kidding me. But if it's still warm, you can put it back in. Okay. That's basically the deal. If you can wake up and you're smart enough to stick it back in your face, then it might work. And I did that for a while. It didn't work the last time.
Or you stick it in milk. You're supposed to put it in milk.
It's like Zoolander. We're going to smile off.
You shove it back in.
You shove it back in. No, you get up, you pick up your tooth, you put it back in your head, and you go. That's what you do. You know,
you just shove it back in, dude.
No, you got a mirror. You have to go to a mirror, and you have to lick the end of it first. Okay.
Sit on the tooth, look to the east, and shove it back in.
Fuck you. You just have to lick the end of it. You got to get all the germs off. Okay.
That's what he said.
Just on the end. Just on the end.
Well, that's
just the tip.
Just the tip. It's terrible. But it didn't work out so well for me. Truth.
So, how's everybody doing?
And now for something completely different. Oh, shit.
Beer.
Ooh, wow.
Hooray, beer.
I'm having to drink my drink, yes.
What was that now?
I've had some of you.
All right, I'm gonna take this break and play a couple TikToks. Let everybody lube up a little bit.
Dude, show me some fucking Popeye rats.
See, that wasn't my notes to talk about.
Popeye rats.
It's not too late. What do you not know about this?
I do know about it. So why don't you? Well, go ahead and talk about it.
Marcus, you were the one who posted about it.
Well, I'm gonna let Brian talk about it. He's very passionate about it. I got to pull the stuff up.
You mean Drew?
I had a senior moment. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just had a scene. I had brain damage. I can blame it on that. And I'm not even drinking.
Look, bro, I get it. If I moved any faster, the world would be spinning backwards.
I heard about that as well. I heard about that story or that saying.
We've done that. Well. We've done that. Personally, we've done that.
You did that.
Slow down time. Okay, TikTok.
Oh, wait, am I doing pop? All right, you guys are confusing me.
What do you do?
I was going to pull the Popeyes out, but I'll do a TikTok.
Either one.
You go to the shit, bitch. God damn it. Oh, did you see what happened? We gotta be careful. Oh shit.
John, let me get on your back.
the end?
No, you got to go back, man. You got to play that through root.
Yeah, we play that again.
Okay, play it again.
Go to the. Oh shit, bitch!
Oh, I
God
guess
damn
it
it,
was
John. Oh, did you see what happened? We gotta be careful. Oh shit, John, let me get on your back.
So it is Halloween.
Yes, it is.
So there's one creator that I've kind of taken a bunch from this week because I find it quite fucking hilarious. I'm just gonna start with Michael Myers, and if I was a husband, this is
Just do it.
just kind of husband. Can be fucking set it up. This is the kind of douche I would be.
Is that main beer company?
Get in the car!
Oh, don't be a lag.
Mason's mortified. Get in the car. Oh my god. I just passed a police car, Evan.
Evan.
There's little kids going to and from school and you're standing in a field.
Evan.
You know, you do stupid things, but you really are an idiot. It's all fun and games till you're doing it to kids on the way to and from school.
Evan.
Oh, this lag's killing me.
But
All
the
right.
content's money.
Stupid lag.
Stupid lag. Let's try that one more time, guys. All right.
You're standing in a field.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's all fun and games till you're doing it.
Fuck this one. All right, that lag's killing me. So you get the contents of what's going on with this guy.
Sure.
Let's see.
Come on, man. What are you doing? But today, Evan's doing 10 miles an hour down the highway,
Evan
not
again.
wearing a seatbelt.
Goddamn lag.
We want you guys to keep doing videos, but they got to be safe, you know, and do it.
All right, this lag's fucking killing me. You guys don't get TikToks tonight.
He's
There it
just
is.
really uncontrollable. I don't ever know what to do.
It's Evan again.
Yeah, it's Michael Myers.
That's enough.
All right. I mean, everything's Michael Myers right now. He's so hot.
We're gonna have to go talk about
So hot.
Yeah, but this creator's not playing well. The other ones are. All right, Halloween candy, guys.
Damn you, Evan.
Candy corn.
All day.
5 Halloween candies of all time. At number 5, we have Raisinets. Now, people tend to sleep on these unless you're...
All right, we're getting no TikToks tonight. They're all not playing. I reject the TikToks.
Raisinets are garbage.
So his top 5 are Raisinets, Starburst,
I love Starburst.
Candy corn.
Reese's was number 3.
Oh my god, candy corn.
Smarties.
Reese's.
2 was some like Welch's fruit snack,
Oh yeah, who wants fruit
No.
snacks?
and then number 1 was Snickers.
What?
What?
I
How
love
do you hate
Snickers.
on Snickers?
Yeah, I can say Snickers is number 1.
Dude,
My
Snickers
God.
is the bomb. But
My god,
Twix,
baby got. Oh.
Twix must be up there.
So my god, baby,
Y'all.
she got like
Butterfinger.
full size
Butterfinger,
Snickers.
Butterfinger.
I gotta
I
say
was like-
something.
I was like, go back to that house again. Get me some more Snickers.
I'm proud of my 11-year-old. My 11-year-old went trick-or-treating tonight. Walked up to a house that had a bank of full-size candy bars. Where the owner was like, take what you want. And she took 2 of each to the point that the guy was like, hey, that's enough.
You said take what you want.
I mean, when you say you take what you want, I'm gonna take what I want.
Snicker, Butterfinger, Hershey.
Kit Kat. Twix.
Exactly.
Okay, I don't have TikToks tonight, but I had memes.
Oh.
Let's go.
Val, you reading the memes tonight?
Sure.
All right, which ones?
I'm waiting. Wasps are just wannabes.
God, that's when I wish Boo was here for the bad joke.
Yeah, okay. That's a super dad joke. That should have been one of you guys. One of you daggers.
I mean, you didn't tell me anything.
All right. I'll give them out.
Y'all gotta get on my Facebook shit because, like,
yes, I saw some of the stuff.
Shit is truly hilarious.
It is.
I'm all over your Facebook.
See, I was gonna share a couple, but I noticed on your page you already shared them, so I couldn't share some of them tonight.
I mean, you could.
But Brian, I'm gonna let you read this one. Get your glasses on. You got them on.
I like a Pepsi. We have Coke. Okay, I'll take a gram of that and a Pepsi. All right. Powder free since 93. Okay. Here's the thing. No, here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. Now, with the great chemistry experiment of what people are nowadays, okay, because there's just everything all the time. All the things that I grew up with is still there, and there's all these new things, you know. But if you know what you like, you always know how you feel the next day. And that will never be the truth for anything that's a powder. If it's a powder, I mean, and for the most part, if you're not growing it yourself, you don't even know that either. But so if you're a Balvenie 14 Caribbean motherfucker,
I mean,
you're going to know how much fun you're going to have, and you're going to know how you feel the next day. And see, for me, I'm a prescription kind of guy. I like to know what I'm getting into. I like to know how I'm going to feel tomorrow. I don't like to I don't want to do the whole farmer's gin. Okay, because tonight's an exception to my operating protocol. But you guys understand what I'm talking about, right? Yeah?
Oh, I do.
Oh, hell yeah.
Bad boys, bad boys.
I can't pop the tooth. I'm so pissed.
Oh, shit.
And I had to relearn how to whistle. That was a fucked up shit.
That's
I'm like
cool.
a
good
whistler. I'm a good whistler. But when you got a whole mouthful of gear you've had since a kid that don't belong in your face, that was tough. But when they took all that shit away, now I got my back. It comes back. You just gotta. It's like buying a new phone. You know, it's like I got an iPhone now. It's that sucks. You know, and
should have bought a Samsung.
Use it. You know,
my man.
Looking at you too.
Farmer shit.
Farmer shit.
All right.
Somebody better pay me for that shit, or I'm gonna get pissed off. You know?
Okay, so you know what my favorite part about this show is, B? My favorite part about this show is that, right now, there's nobody watching. It's just the five of us talking shit. Because it's 1 o'clock in the fucking morning.
Well, actually,
everybody check the fuck out.
We
and
do
it's
have.
just us.
We have at least 3.
We have more than that.
This is on your permanent record. It's being recorded, motherfucker. Okay,
All
so
right.
there's no part of the stink of your ass that ain't gonna be smelling tomorrow. Okay,
Drew, read this for me, please.
I can't.
If I was a ghost, I would haunt people by knocking on their doors as soon as they start masturbating.
That's what kind of ghost I would do.
Oh hell yeah!
You know?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm here to play a role.
Or have the fire alarm go off or some shit. You know, my phone rings. I don't give a fuck about that. I mean, it's like when they're like, ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, leave the building. Ooh, ooh, ooh. It's like, oh shit. All right, well that's done. You know.
Oh, that's too funny. Hey, Valerie, read this.
What? Hairbangers, salon and spa. Don't be spooky, wax your pookie.
Dude, they should have.
That was a bad joke for Boo.
There were
That
11
was horrible.
Harley Davidsons and a Volkswagen Beetle parked in front of that fucking place. I'll bet you nothing.
Marcus,
Hey, Brian.
I sent you a meme.
Where?
I don't know.
God, I look.
Okay, so
fucking
while
like,
you find
I
that,
look like a
Harrison,
badass Harry Potter. This is my badass Harry Potter look,
just
isn't
need
it?
to-
absolutely do not look like a badass. Harry Potter.
I sent you a meme before,
Fuck you, man.
Marcus.
Hey, I'm gonna update your fucking Christianity joke, okay?
Barbara Shin. It's good.
All right, so pay attention. Here's your new Christianity joke you need to use, okay? Are you tracking?
Yes.
What does a priest and a zit have in common?
I'm afraid to.
They both
Hold
explode.
on. No. Hold on.
Priest and a zit.
I'm losing a head.
I don't have an answer.
Go ahead, Ben.
They both wait until you're 13 to come on your face.
That's amazing.
That is not a dad.
You're welcome.
That's amazing.
All right.
Wow.
Why do all choir boys? Why do all choir boys have their hair parted in the middle?
Why?
Why?
It's not a sin. 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 It's not a sin.
Oh God.
It is
definitely better that this is at the 12, almost 1 o'clock hour.
This is where it gets dangerous. This is a good time.
We gotta clean this shit up, bro.
No. We do not censor ourselves. Did you not listen to Boo's intro? We don't.
Dude, it is DC as fuck for a reason, bro.
Because it's us.
It is.
Because it's
It
us.
is DC. That's fine.
I don't. I really. I don't think I could throw a coin on the floor and call heads or tails and lose that toss.
Hey, you know what, dude?
DC as fuck here. Okay.
B, not to talk a bunch of bullshit, but I'm gonna tell you right now. There are generations of bar staff in this city who owe their roots in this city to you. And I fucking mean that with all my heart, dude. You have laid the groundwork for so many people's careers in this city who have been successful, who have moved on to bigger and better fucking things. And it shows by the fucking industry people that sit at your bar every fucking night, dude. You're a fucking legend.
Well,
and you're not a legend because you knew the most shit. You're not a legend because you knew the most drinks. You're a legend because everybody fucking knew you. And everybody wanted to hear cheers, bro. That's it.
Anybody thirsty?
Cheers.
Nice to you, bro.
Here, this is what I'm drinking tonight.
That's the real shit.
I appreciate you saying
some
that.
Bon V.
I appreciate you saying that, but I'm going to add to that, okay? And it's a very important thing. And, you know, you don't have to be in this industry. It's not about being a bartender or a waiter or whatever. It's about being a participant in the human race, you know. And I've had in the last week, and I have a great staff. Please don't get me wrong, and I don't want to mischaracterize anything ever. But as volume jumps and your understanding of your energy par or what you think you need to bring to the table increases very quickly, it's very challenging to deal with stress and anxiety in a way that lets you be nice to people you're struggling with. It's very challenging because the struggle is a struggle. And it's gonna, the fact that you are like, you haven't eaten, you may not have had water for a while. You may have been running for a minute and the guy on the left is insisting he gave you a credit card that you're absolutely certain that you didn't. And you don't even keep them, but he doesn't have his credit card and you're in the middle of everything that's happening. These are just simple, real things that you guys know that just happen, you know? And as much as I love the enterprise and bartending, which I'll always do one night a week, it is just so hard. Last night, I worked a very long day. And it's so hard to have the love that you have for the world with the people that live in it with you when that is... that's not a part of the standard, you know, for other people's behavior. And it's very challenging. Wow, DSB, I'm looking at his background. What's he got in there?
Oh, everything, dude. It's all fucked up.
It
And
sounds
you
like
guys don't have these
either
clean backgrounds, and I'm like literally in my workbench.
it sounds like either somebody's pissing or making a drink.
Me?
I'm making a cocktail. But you got
Hey,
it almost right.
Bizzle. Hey Drew,
Yo,
can
so my
I
background
come
is
and
on my
shoot?
tool
Can I
bench.
come and shoot with you?
When do you want to come shoot guns?
Well, no, my heart is united in love and patience and tolerance, but I miss
So is
your
mine.
face. But I miss your face, and I will go to your world to have some.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you right now.
We've been waiting all night for you.
Well, no,
we
I've
were
been
waiting
waiting all
for his
night.
ass.
I've been waiting all night too. What up, gentlemen? How's it going?
Wow,
going.
look at that guy.
Long time no see. I'm sorry. I was I'm sorry I wasn't able to be on camera under the illustrious lights of the John F. Kennedy Center, but I'm just walking to my car now. It's been a long afternoon of sitting around in the back of the truck waiting for people to bring me shit. So, I hope you do a little speed walking so I can get out the shadows. Yeah, I miss you guys. I thought that today was gonna be one of those gigs where I'd be done at like 10 and be able to dive bomb y'all at 11 and, you know, let the shenanigans begin. But here we are, just now getting out.
You missed a lot of the stories.
Oh, I've already heard these stories before.
He lived those stories.
The retelling of the stories is what I mean.
Oh man, it was a magical time, the early 2000s.
Reef up.
You know, it's a shell of what it used to be now.
Right?
So,
yeah.
But Brian, if you go shooting with Drew, I want to go too.
Dude,
Wait,
hold up.
Let's shoot together.
Yes,
We all wanna
that's
go.
what I'm talking about. The whole district
No,
of
Boo,
Misfits
let's do
crew
that. I'm
owes
gonna
me a
connect
fucking
you.
training session.
Yes, I'm ready. I want to go.
And I've been talking to Asher's bitch ass for a long time.
I wasn't going to say anything about it. It's like, yes, no.
After
wait.
You all reach out. I would love to have that. That would be great.
Dude, I would love to have all of you guys. Listen,
Yeah.
the
I'm
crazy
all about
shit,
it.
like, guys, you know what's crazy? The last time you guys had me on the show, you had me on about Swift Precision, my company, right?
Right.
One of the nuts things is that one of the first people that I hit up when I formed my company and talked about it was Brian. And I was like, listen, you're going to hear some shit. I'm still the same guy. I'm still the same warrior of truth, like fucking soldier of light that you always thought that I was. Like, I'm not changing. I'm still the dude you know and love. Don't get freaked out. And he sent me the fucking dumbest meme ever of like Harold and Kumar being like, got it. And I was like, shit, I know he understands, but fuck you for sending me that.
You know what? I'm trying to give you something you can understand.
I did is what the whole point of the story was.
No, I'm just saying, like, you know, caution, drinks are hot when heated. I don't mean to be like that with your ass, but I do that every once in a while, okay? I'm sorry.
I know. Dude,
it was a great
listen,
idea. I mean, literally,
you're
it was a
my
great
compass,
idea.
bro.
It was a fucking no-brainer. I mean, I could, like, give a front rub and suck a dick from heaven, but I don't do either one of those things.
So you're sucking that god dick?
You know what? I touched mine. I think mine is the only penis I've touched since 1976. I mean, I think I'm okay with that.
Let's go back to 75,
I don't care.
bro.
Man, if you want to pick up the world, if it had a handle, that's up to you, okay?
Like
I mean, but there. You guys are gonna have to cancel this fucking issue of this fucking.
Dude, it's the
podcast.
internet. That shit don't get canceled, son.
Hi, Farmer's Gin. I don't care what flavor ice cream you enjoy, man, as long as it melts in your mouth, bro. I don't care.
Somebody
man.
needs to get Boo a joint.
Well, what?
Oh yeah, big time. Shit. Oh, you know, I'm about 10 minutes, about 15 minutes from my house, so you know, I'll be there. I was actually like, if it wasn't for you guys, I'd be racing for somewhere to fucking make last call. But
dude, go get some last call. Go to Lyman's.
No, go get last call. We're good. We missed
go to
your
last
ass,
call,
go
dude.
get last call, motherfucker. Damn.
Where's Marcus? Marcus, you there?
I'm right here.
That was rhetorical. Where's Marcus?
Okay, yeah.
Dude, go to Lyman's, get yourself a drink.
So how about this, Boo? You and I and Val go to the bar. These three can just stay on.
What happened?
We will hold it down.
Dude,
What's
I mean,
happening?
holy fuck. Wait, can you imagine if the Reef had a podcast back in the day?
Okay.
Oh, dude.
Boo,
Game the fuck over.
Brian, do you want to tell what we discussed earlier?
Boo,
I mean, like,
we've had a conversation about this.
So, Boo, I was telling him how we do the DC as fuck show every quarter, once a quarter.
Right.
The next one's going to be a Reef reunion.
Oh, hell yes.
Dude, it'll be the only thing that's better than your fucking roast.
Yeah, but we need to reach out. No. We need to reach out. I want to like.
I'm saying
the like Jamie Dioke. No, I want to
dude,
see
everybody.
like,
Jamie, Alex, Dana Heater, motherfucking Mish.
Thank you.
Fucking everybody.
No,
dude.
I mean, like,
all the old school heads, bro.
I'm
So
going
do
to
we
say
have a
something. It's very hard for me to say this, okay? Because I am challenged by my own confidence, okay? But no, I really am. It sounds weird to say that, but I'm nowhere near as robust as I could be. But what Drew was saying a while ago with regard to seeds that have grown trees, and not just trees but forests in this city, we've been very fortunate at the Crown. I mean, I'm sorry, at the Reef, to have all these different connections, and that's what the industry is. It's just connections.
Wow. Oh, look at that.
No, it literally is. It's who do you know? How well do you know them? How well do you treat them? How much do you love them? How much they love you? And how rich is your world as a result of your love? But it takes all that energy just to get to the point where you know them well enough that you can love them, and then a love exists, and then you are saturated by it. But you can only have that kind of like love if you've been consistent in how you communicate it.
Yeah.
And that literally was what the Reef was. And that's what I believe in this world. Is
if
that
you didn't buy in, you were out.
Well, the reality of the matter is as much as you can expect as much from other people as you give them.
Yeah.
And don't ever expect a gram more than that or a molecule, because it's reciprocal. Absolutely.
Amen. So I'm really excited.
For a while. I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
Yeah, of the Reef reunion, because like obviously I needed to work, I needed the money, but I was super excited about the whole this whole experience. And so, you know, yeah, I feel like this whole reunion thing will make up for it, because I was like, we got to get excuse to get you guys all back on here so I could have like the full experience. Oh shit, I just turned my car off in the middle of fucking traffic. I literally just
turn the car on.
Like I hit the ignition with my knee. So, hi everybody.
Boo, I'm going to say something right now, and I'm true to be exactly what I said a while ago. I mean, you have a rock star personality that is only balanced by your talent. And that's a very, very challenging thing in this universe, okay? But you have that. No, you have that. And I have felt very fortunate to just share time with you whenever it's been available. And I don't think I've ever had a better time working with other bartenders than I had when we had our original staff. Yeah. And I love you, and you were spectacular, and you just never disappoint. And that's all I'm going to just shut the fuck up after that, okay?
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, like, that was the golden age of Adams Morgan.
Fuck yeah, it was, dude.
There may have been a grand era before us. There might be one after us, but as far as I'm concerned, like when we were there doing our thing, and we had, you know, our relationship with Asylum and our friendship with Toledo and with Pharmacy Bar, you know, and just the diner and fucking Trist and just that whole section of the city, we all just fucking fed off of each other.
Yep.
You know, we
the same $20 bill.
Toledo Lounge.
I love Toledo Lounge.
Same $20 bill, baby.
You know, and like sorry, Bedrock Billiards. Can't forget, you know, like Bedrock holding it down, dude. Like, just so many good times, so many crazy times, you know, and just the height of like, I mean, just the peak of fucking like what it meant to be in this fucking industry, you know, where we would fucking grind our asses, you know, grind our shit, fucking Friday, Saturday, and then here's Drew with the fucking, and here we are Sunday morning at FedEx Field, wrecking motherfucking shit, like, and you know,
straight up, y'all, we would crush it Saturday night in Adams Morgan, and 2 hours later be at the fucking Skins game, being like, man up! We're fucking
we'd be out in front of Trist. We'd be out in front of Trist, and Drew be on his phone just calling people. Fuck, man. Train's gonna leave
I'll
without
not lie to you. One of my favorite Adams Morgan moments was the night that one of the bartenders at the Reef got butthurt as fuck. Got his feelings hurt. I'm not going to mention their name. And Boo straight looked at him and was like this. Yo, are you going to count your fucking money? Or are you going to fucking face it? Shut the fuck up and count your money and face it so we can all leave. And that said everything you needed to say. It was professionalism. It was expected.
Or her bills, or their bills. Like, what the fuck is that?
That's it.
Bills.
The shit was expected. You were a fucking pro.
And of all the things to get butthurt about, too. Like,
all right, I'm gonna say some.
You know who I'm talking about.
All right. When Adams Morgan got a little bit more lively than it should have, which is close to, no, I mean, they stopped it. They had the sonic weapons. I don't know if you guys remember this shit, but they used to put 3 transmission vehicles of a low frequency sound in Adams Morgan on 18th Street. I'm not making this up at all. Okay, this
you remember when fucking Bush W?
Yeah, well,
remember his inauguration night in the backyard?
Was actually, you know what? DC got more professional about their, like, I get to pay my taxes and go get a license shit.
Yep.
Okay, but as much as this was good, they got terrible with like the fucking like Nazi weird shit. Okay. But anyhow, now I remember when they used to put the sonic weapons on 18th Street, there was 3 of them. Because we were talking about like chronicling DC history. This is true history. And it's a real thing. But on 18th Street, DCRA, through DCPD, under Anthony Williams, did a sonic weapons testing. And
Mayor
the bars closed. This is no bullshit. No, after the bars closed, they would fucking set their vehicles up on 18th Street, and they would start looking like whoa, 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 whoa. And I mean, and that is what it is, because most of these motherfuckers on 18th Street are just smoking weed and trying to get laid with people they don't want to be with. But the reality of the matter is, I had to do credit card tips for like a fucking hour. I would have like 177 different credit card tips. I would have to enter in my fucking POS.
Wait, so you're at 5:30
and
in the
the
morning.
entire time I was being completely exposed to this sonic weapon bullshit that fucking DCPD was totally doing. This is not a lie. I'm not making this shit up. And some of you guys might remember this, but it was fucking terrible. It would fuck me up. I would not be able to eat right. It would take a day for my shit to get like refigured out, because on a very essential level, the cells of my body were being exposed to a huge amount of sonic waves. It sounds weird to say this, but it was true. We lived through it. I'm gonna shut the fuck up now.
I hate to jump in here right now. I do want to say something though, Brian. I definitely appreciate you. I love you, bro. I do got to get off here, but you definitely, like Drew said before, paved the way for a lot of us, myself included. I can honestly say to you, everybody here on this panel, anybody else who's listening, I would not be where I was if it weren't for you. And Drew, you know, you're right behind that as well. I love you both.
Behind.
Brian was my first boss.
You never forget.
You know I love you both. Boo, and you've been there with me. You guys on the show. This is awesome. I definitely appreciate the shout out, the invite. Brian, I wish you the best always, as to all you guys as well. Y'all have a good night, and what up?
I said we'll see you at the
great night, Asher.
I'll definitely be there.
You should see the podcast because earlier I talked about you, and I'm sorry about that. Okay?
I jumped in late and was watching on my phone for a little bit, and then I jumped on here.
Yeah, look at the recording. I said you were a fucker. It was terrible.
Piece of shit.
I was green as shit from the beginning. I can tell you that. I love all y'all. Y'all have a good night.
I love you, bro.
Peace.
Okay. We need to. We're gonna.
Are we wrapping it up?
We are wrapping it up.
I'm on the. Let's see. Where the fuck am I? I'm at 11th, and
I'll hang out with Boo and Drew.
Ice, or I'm going to Solly's. So just a matter.
Yeah, go to Solly's.
Yeah, let's go to Solly's. Yeah.
Who wants to come? Let's all go to Sully's.
All right,
Hello?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bitch and I live in Virginia now, so I'm gonna have to come to Solly's virtually.
Yes. We'll bring you back on.
Drew, I would love to talk to you. I miss the fuck out of you.
All right, so
How you
let's
been, B?
let's love you guys. I'm gonna have you guys wrap it up, but we can go talk afterwards, so don't get off right away.
Yeah, just stay on for a sec.
Cheers.
Really quickly, it's Halloween, and I got to spend time with my god babies, who I haven't seen in a year. So this is a tradition that we've done for many, many years. This is when my littles were like 2 and 4 years old. So I was so happy to see them. I haven't seen them since last Halloween.
Oh wow.
So this is my godchild, Maddie.
So pretty.
And she's now taller than me. Look at her. She's taller than I am. And I can't take it.
Fuck.
And that's May, who. So they were the Beastie Boys. And Maddie was like, no, thank you. I don't want to be the Beastie Boys.
They were rude as shit.
So she was like, no, I'm going to be an alien. And they were like, but we're going to be the Beastie Boys. You should be a robot. And she's like, no, I don't want to be the robot. So she was like, fuck you guys. But I love her so much. I love them both. Her and May. They're the best. And I'm so happy that I got to be them tonight for Halloween.
Thank you guys. I'm very happy to be here. And I hope that I may have a chance to give some credible and informative stuff for your site in the future.
Right on. We're definitely bringing you back.
I don't think anybody's dreams taste better than yours do.
Yeah,
also,
roster of
work for you.
Yes.
All right, Val, go work for her. Brian, Drew, you have any last words?
I love you guys.
Love you too, brother.
That's it.
Boo, you got anything for me?
No, man. I'm sorry I missed the party. I look forward to the Reef reunion show. Like, I love you, Brian.
Yeah,
I
that
love you.
needs to be a real fucking thing.
Yeah, no shit. We need to get Jimmy D on that.
A lot of pivotal times.
But it can't be a fake ass Reef reunion.
We'll make it happen.
Fucking
we're gonna
Reef
do
reunion.
it. We're gonna do it, and we're gonna plan it ahead of time.
To be honest, I might be challenging for your technological ability to deal with that many motherfuckers at one time.
Dude, I know the
Our
difference
people are
between
savage.
a fucking...
We're
We've done weirder shit.
great.
We have done weirder fucking shit. We can do it.
Yeah, we've had bigger.
There we go.
Yeah, like that was what we did.
So happy.
All right, Boo, buy us around. Get us ready. Get us set up. All right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
I want a seltzer.
All right, now be quiet.
Are we done? Are we still on here for a second?
You stay on. Just stay. Let me do my
Stop
speech.
it.
Boo, I'll see you in like 15, 20.
I'm going to Solly's, and I guess
We'll see you in a little
We'll see
bit.
you in Sully's.
All right, bet.
All right.
Are you going to Solly's?
Yes.
You want to come?
You and I aren't going to Solly's.
All right, boys and girls, I love you. Drew, thank you so much for setting everything up tonight. Brian, thank you for coming on. Again, this has been actually a fucking great DC as Fuck show.
Amazing show.
Yeah, not DC as Fuck show, District of Misfits show.
It was DC as Fuck.
We will do the Reef reunion as the next DC as Fuck show. Brian and Drew will probably have their own new podcast by the time I'm done talking to them tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much.
We're totally insane.